is imagination. We are moving into an age of manifestation. Things become actually less material, more ethereal. The golden dawn is when we awaken to this new station of life. What you think becomes real quicker. Regain our imagination, regain our inner child, and let that inner child out.
My name is Frank Castle, founding member of the music group Heist Click and New York City Neo Shaman. After a serious injury sidelined my career in 2013, I decided to set out on an adventure to search for myself with the help of the plant medicine ayahuasca. What I discovered waiting for me was something I could have never prepared for. It was time for me to become something more, someone more. It was time I became fearless. I'm becoming fearless. I'm becoming the darkest of nights. Gonna let my light shine as my heart fits into the with space and time. When the light starts to shine inside your third eye, you awake to the knowledge that you never die. Fearless. I'm becoming fearless.
What is up, everyone? Yo, check this out. Just bringing me back to my old days of hip hop for a moment. I know we can't hear it because we don't wear the headphones, but welcome everyone. My name is Frank Castle, Frankie Fearless, Sorcerer Supreme, right here each and every Saturday night on Fearless, and I'm joined by my etherical translator and co-host Paula Milo.
Hey everyone.
Hey, you all right? You doing okay?
Yeah. Oh,
You look good.
Now I do.
Let's mic check you for a second. Say hello.
Say hello. Okay.
I lit a candle tonight to bring in some positive energy. We were pretty amped up, I think, a little bit earlier. What's up, everybody? Welcome, Fearless family. We were like amped up doing things, and then we had to sit down for a few minutes.
Yeah, because the energy wheel got us.
We finished. I was like, I got one more thing left to do, and I was sitting here doing it. And shout outs to Kevin Grooms. We were just talking. I was rolling a blunt, and I'm like, oh, I'm rolling blunts right now. And the pregame for the show is always something. For me, has always been the most wonderful thing. Like having everything ready and prepared.
Oh, of course,
and then you can just go rolling full steam and do what you got to do. But there's always those little when you have to stop for the moment.
Oh, give me the iPad so I can see the comments. Oh, hi chat room, folks.
If you're gonna interrupt me, you're gonna have something to say.
I'm sorry.
That's
sorry.
All I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
That's all I'm saying.
Sorry.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, really, really, really good. We just went through an extreme time, an extreme moment with retrograde finishing up, and then the portal on 888 with the Lion's Gate. Why are you looking at me when you know exactly what I'm saying?
No, I'm looking at you because I am.
Like sorry.
I'm gonna punch you.
We're on video now. I got you.
We're on
It's
video
over
now. What does that mean? We're on video.
Make that face. I got you in 4K.
Shut up. I would like to say hi to everyone who is sending comments and sending love. Thank you.
You're right. You look frazzled.
I had
dazzled.
I had a major purge right before the show. Usually it's you. You go down. I went down.
All right. We talk about the purge all the time. I know. It's like purge is great. Purge is awesome. Heard about it. No, you've never heard about the purge until I guess it hits you and you're like, look, I'm done. Like if it goes 1% more up in that direction, I'm quitting life.
Oh, I think you need to check your mic because they're saying your microphone is low. Yeah, we have a solution for that. Frank's getting his birthday gift early.
All right, it looks like it's coming through really loud now.
Okay.
I don't know. Is that good?
Yeah,
Cam
I think
is out of focus too.
Cam is out. Oh, okay. Jesus. Everything is wrong, Frank.
Holy fucking complaint city. No, just kidding.
No. So usually right before the show, it's the herding of the cats. It's the last push to get coffee ready. Frank has his pre-show clearing and cleansing in the house that he has to do. Sometimes the electricity goes out. Sometimes the lights flicker. Sometimes
I hope that's better for you.
non-human entity comes in and wants to mess
I
around
go
with
outside
everything.
and I say 20 minutes before the show, every show. Sorry, it's taking so long to
Get
the
it
show started,
together.
but I go outside. I bring the sage out, sage myself. I say to all of my ancestors, that of the positive and the most highest frequencies that want the betterment of me in the most optimum timeline you could imagine. Like I throw some awesome stuff in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you're welcome to come party. Like, come on
Yeah,
in, help me teach, learn, teach.
you're allowed to be here.
Help me
But
with
you're
the
only allowed
message.
to observe.
I'm not here for the bullshit. I'm here for just the story.
Yeah.
Like everything else, like reporting on distractions and all that. We're gonna get to that a little bit tonight, just to go over some stuff, because we have our own stuff that we want to say about it, but we're not here to promote that, right? But it's part of the story, so it gets mentioned and then it gets moving on, because the story is you. That's the story.
Yeah.
So
but
it's where do you place yourself in the position
in the story? Yeah. So now there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens, before the show. It's like it's usually a fun time. Frank races around to get last minute stuff done. I do too in the house, and we try to get everything done so that when we're talking, we can actually just hang out and have a good time. So usually Frank gets attacked before the show. It's really always Frank. And about, I don't know, 6 minutes before the show, I said, "Oh my God." And I had to run to the bathroom.
So,
and
sometimes the purge comes up right. All right. So can I tell you what I think a little bit of what that is? So I feel literally, you know how the room, there's like there's like a waiting room before the show starts. Someone will pop in and say hello.
Yes.
Okay. If I'm just sitting in the room, not looking at that or paying attention, and it's getting close to time of the show, I'll feel people's energy pop in and be like, "Bro, you ready?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, what's happening?"
Yeah.
Well, but too much of that is instant hit the bathroom.
Yeah. But you know what? We were also talking about, and I realized it the second time I had to run into the bathroom, screaming, "Oh my God." I'll try not to do that if it happens on air. I think I'm good though now. But what was I going to say? I just forgot. Oh, I think what happened was we were talking about. Remember, we were firming up what we were going to talk about tonight, and we were talking about your purging coming to an end this week. Everything that you went through from literally from 5 minutes after the show last week.
That's why
you
haven't heard from me. I'm going to tell you the whole thing.
But that's what I think this was. It was like the final push, and it got me. And I think that's
it's funny you just said the final push.
Yeah.
And then it's the way you did it. You like let out some air, like you were pushing, like get out.
Yes.
That's like we push on a pregnancy. Right.
Yeah. But that's how we breathe when we do the dragon breaths. Yeah.
Out. And then that last push is like painful, but it's also, it's like the best feeling at the same time. I mean, I don't know what that is, but you know what I'm referencing.
I know. It wasn't anything like that. But yes, I do understand. But we were talking about all of that purging really coming to an end, because we even discussed how much better you feel today than you have in the last 10 days.
And I'm like, hey, I don't understand really what's going on here.
Right.
I feel great.
Back to normal. Yes.
But that was what was that, like 2 hours ago?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if that was it, if that was just like everything coming to an end or a close or whatever, but it's over now.
Well, now we're in full swing with the full moon coming in on Wednesday, I think. So this is the second most powerful push since the last.
I can't handle the energies. I really can't. I want to dig a hole in the closet.
So what have you guys been feeling out there? I know what I've been feeling here. Vibrations in the sacral areas working their way up your up towards your chest, your stomach, your chest. Numbness in like your palate, tongue. Like I can't explain it. When I eat, cannabis sometimes, like a weed brownie or something. If you have too much, you get this numbness. It's like a tingling, weird feeling throughout your body. And then after that, it starts to get a little weird psychedelic. It gets hard to breathe. It's almost like your chest gets numb. You got to remember to breathe almost. I had like all those symptoms, but like hyper vibrations right here, like where I'm holding my hands. Like we talked last week about feeling like Swiss cheese, I think. We mentioned it.
Yeah.
But this was if you were Swiss cheese and then someone came in and just ripped everything else out. And you're like, when is enough enough? You know, when is enough? But all right, so there's quite a bit going on. Should we just start from like going through the week? Lionsgate portal showed up. I'm expecting retrogrades over, yay! And then Lionsgate, yay! There was absolutely
no
opposite.
No relief. No relief. This was a rough week.
You would actually think.
Yeah, this was a hard week. This was a very hard week for you. It was a very hard week for me to watch you go through what you did. It was, yeah.
I went through an intense purge. That when I say purge, it's like I'm talking about everything, the whole thing. Physical symptoms, mental symptoms, going number 1, number 2, throwing up, passing out, fainting. I mean, just vibrational issues, tuning in. You could see it on my face. It looked like I was beat up and then crying.
Yeah.
Matt,
yeah.
I cried for 20 hours.
That was rough.
20 hours.
That was hard.
It hurt to cry. I was begging for relief. It wouldn't come though. And I was just pouring out. And I told Paula it felt like a sickness. Like almost like those emotions that I was getting rid of. And the crying for the things I was crying for, because I couldn't put my finger on it, but I could see things leaving. And there were moments where I was saying like, oh, I hate you, Dad, and whatever. And then it was flying by me. And
yeah,
I was like, well, all that stuff's got to go. But enough's enough. Like, I got to find the relief. They're like, you're not done. Like, you're not even whatever you think you are, Frank, big guy, you're not done.
No, but you had said something during that time, that time that was happening to you. I feel like I'm purging for humanity.
Yeah, from my direct whole group family right at this moment.
And I think that
I can't stop the vortex of their energy.
No, but I think there was a lot of truth in that, because I think you were purging for the collective, because we were listening to Allison Coe.
Oh, Allison Coe. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yesterday or the day before. And she was giving out her readings for all of the signs. So she was going over the air signs. So I'm an air sign. And everything that's happening collectively right now, and everything that she discussed is everything symptomatically that I had been going through and that you had been going through. And there are people that are purging for the collective.
You know, it's funny. She was talking like this is coming up to happen. And we were like knee deep in it, then neck deep in it. And you were like, dude, she's talking about like what you're going through.
Specifically.
And it's not like what Frankie is over here, you know, going through all these different symptoms, and then boom, a week into it, because I'm like tortured at this point, and I hear her talking like, oh, it's coming, and then it brings me back to myself now that I'm sane again, that we are always and I'm not bragging about FearLess, the FearLess family, myself, a whole bunch of other people, they're beings that like pop off first, or it's like their turn. It's like you're about a week or two ahead of the wave that's coming in for everyone else. So you get hit with it, and then you watch people around you just getting knocked off. You're like, what's happening here? And then boom, we shoot back up, and here I am. I'm like, hey, and everyone else that was crying, shout outs to Kenzie and Oz and everybody. But we've all gone through like these weird emotional outbursts. Yeah. For me, crying for 20 hours, you would be like, really? Get a grip, dude. No, there was no getting a grip.
No.
I tried everything.
And there was nothing that was going to happen until
it was so violent.
Until it was over. And, you know, it's like we discussed this earlier this week. It's like, you know, when Frank gets attacked like that, people don't understand. A lot of people that know us, I mean, even our families, they don't understand that when Frank gets attacked, it's basically like he's he's like down with the flu. That's the only way to describe it, because for people that don't want to hear energetically that these things can happen to other people, you know, it's like, oh, Frank, you know, Frank is sick again, or, you know, Frank's not feeling well. And, you know, outwardly he's going through this horror of a purge, and, you know, it comes off to other people like he's just angry and he hates the world and he doesn't want to be around people. But that's not the case. He's being affected by all of the energies that are all of the energies around him and everything that's going on energetically and with the universe right now. So when he goes down and he gets attacked, or he's going through a purge, or he's going through something for the collective, or, you know, anything happens like
people
that,
start hating on me immediately, which is really weird.
People get scared, and then they think the worst, and then they think it's them.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like you post something on Facebook, I know who you are, and I've been watching you for a long time, and like 6 people jump in and go,
is it me?
I didn't do nothing,
yeah.
bro. And it's like, dude, I was literally just joking, or it was not about
exactly.
you.
It doesn't have anything to do with
and
you.
all the people that feel this guilt for some strange reason just
Right.
start chiming in.
Right. It was just a really rough week, and you know, I don't think a lot of people understand. That's why this works so well. These talks, the time that we spend with you, the Facebook family, because they understand, you know, what being attacked means. They understand what feeling the energetic flow of an eclipse or a new moon
is. And you guys out there can figure this out for yourselves and let us know. All right, I don't know who considers themselves the black sheep in the family, and all you fake black sheep, you don't get to stand up right now. You know who you are. We are not black sheep. We're the vortex point in the family.
Yeah.
We're the ones sucking in and killing the karma.
The energy, yeah, and taking the hit energetically.
We're pulling that out.
Yeah.
That's why we run.
Yeah.
That's why we do certain things, and you're like, why are you doing that? A lot of times people turn to drugs and they try to party and but they're cool and everybody wants to be around them, and you don't know why they're headed down this world, because they're the vortex point.
Yeah, they're
for the whole family.
Yeah, they're clearing energetically. Yeah, they're clearing.
That's why they act the way they do. That's us. That's the.
It's rough.
Yeah. So, you know, the one that feels weird being here, you call yourself a starseed or just the weirdo or the nerd or nobody understands me. You're pulling in that energy.
Yeah, you're taking the hit energetically for your family. Yeah.
They usually, from what I've seen, not only don't get it, they won't try to get it.
Right.
And they'll also call bullshit on you hard. I'm not shitting on my family. They can say whatever they want to me. I'm going through it, and I'm past the peak that was killing me. So I'm highly compassionate. It's almost like 20 ayahuasca sessions at once. Like, it was the weirdest thing. That crying, you cry for 20 hours. After the first hour or two, I'm a little chubby. My ribs starts hurting. My back hurt. My neck starts killing me. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Then I'm laying down. I fall asleep. I wake back up. I start crying. Then it's out of control, like a crybaby, like I'm 7 years old, and it's coming out, and then it just, my face, I can't explain it. I looked like Rocky when he got all puffed up. It was purple and red, and I'm like, what is going on? And I felt fat and gross, and it just, everything's just snotting out of my end. And then when it started to end, I was like, well, what else could happen that's weird? And I told Kenzie this. I said, and through all this, there's absolutely nothing wrong. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of good things happening to me.
Exactly.
So I don't know what's happening to me. What? Right. So that's where I was.
Yeah, it was rough.
It
was rough. It was hard.
To this shit.
And you know, here I am. I can't even. I'm just trying to offer a little assistance, and there's very little that I can do too, because he just has to get it out. And it's very difficult because you feel like
I've never gone through quite what I went through.
Yeah.
It's always like it's always new first time things, but we've been through the purge before. We've always seen what we thought was the hardest. Like, ain't nothing going to be harder than what we went through with.
Yeah, until the next.
And then all of a sudden, it's until the next purge when you realize, well, wow. Now a day later, I was crumpled. I had to go with my mother to the DMV. I wanted to get the enhanced license so you could just leave me alone. I could just walk around with my license because I don't really want to do this. Literally, I never want to see your face, and I don't want you ever asking me for my ID. And I get it, but my mother and I decided this is what we want to do. But I thought we were going later in the week, and I'm in the middle of this.
Yeah,
right?
in
Literally in the
yeah,
crying
in the middle of
thing.
these.
And I'm trying to bring the swelling down on my face, and I had to wake up early, and I couldn't sleep all night. We'll get to the dream stuff. We'll get good. We're just breaking through layers. And then I find myself in DMV with my mother, and I hadn't said nothing to her except in the car. I said, "Hi, Ma," whatever. I got in the car, and then I didn't say a word. We got to DMV, didn't say a word, got to the counter. The guy said, "It's 3 hours wait time. If you want the enhanced license, let me see your stuff." "Oh, you have a passport." They're like, listen. The way they put it there was, you didn't need to do any of this. You just need your regular license. You guys already have passports into 2026. Don't even worry about it. And they're just turning people away. So I'm like, I came up here for nothing. We spent money for nothing. But I didn't think normal me would have been like, well, we had a nice drive. Let's go for lunch. None of that was there.
Oh, no.
Oh,
No.
This other guy that was just internal going in this weird
whoever
mission.
was driving,
And I wasn't in anger. I wasn't screaming like, fuck the DMV. I was trying to escape internally. I couldn't find an escape route. Like, I can't explain that. Nothing felt comfortable at all.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm in DMV. There was like 1,000 people. And I was like, raw. And then it's like in a really old mall in White Plains, New York.
And
the mall is decrepit, and people look like zombies, and I'm starting to freak out.
Yeah, and you can't tell your mom I'm going through a major purge, because she's like, just pull it together and get over it.
My mother's like, you're gonna be 45.
Yeah, get over it.
You're having a
midlife crisis.
A midlife crisis or whatever. Buy yourself something, and I'm like, no, I'm literally magical, motherfucker. Like I can't. How do you?
Yeah.
Like, we're in the same boat. Everyone at home. Like I talk to you guys. My mother's cool, and then there's there's fantasy and there's reality, and then she witnesses some of the fantasy and say, okay, well, that was the moment for the fantasy, but we're in fucking 3D.
Pull it together.
It's time for reality, and it's like, well, I'm not. I already did that for my whole life.
Yeah.
And now
can't do it now.
I'm doing this, so I'm not that. And I'll never be that again. And it didn't work for me. This is what I do now. So apparently this is part of the shit that we got to go through. And then as I'm healing at night, and I'm trying to rest, and I finally get sleep, I wake up the next day lighter. Now we talked, I was 204, jumped weight crazy, and then jumped down to this morning, it was like 193 barely.
So it was like 10 pounds you lost, right?
And it was in 7 days. It went up, went down.
Yeah.
I got a fat face, and then it started just going away.
Yeah, it was very
weird.
It was a very
almost
rough,
like everything was eating everything else that wasn't meant to be there, and then we're gonna get rid of it in every direction.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a very hard week for me.
Worst ever.
You put me through like you didn't mean to, of course, but you put me through a lot this week, because I really didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, like, we going to have to call a doctor? The crying and the purging and the despair and the sadness that you felt, and like, I couldn't. There was nothing I could do. Nothing I could do or say or cook, or nothing was going to comfort you. It was just like I just really had to leave you alone and let you do your own thing.
What can you do, right? Like I'm thinking about it. As one of the things when I was crying was, Paula, right? Like, I'm crying, man. Like, and then it's like, well, what do you think? What is she? Aya's done this to me multiple times. Like, I was going to reach out once and scream your name onto Aya when I was losing my mind. I was like, yo, I don't know who I am. And then I went to scream your name, and they were like, well, what's she going to do? And then I realized I was talking to someone. There was like multiple versions of me. And the crazy one was, they were like, you said you didn't want to leave your body, so we left you in your body. And now the mind is being fixed.
Right. You can't
and
you're away. Exactly. You could wait. You could have went in the waiting room. You didn't want to. You wanted to be present for what's happening.
That conversation started.
Yeah.
I went from this desperate plea for fucking help me to
Just let it go. Let it
Wait
happen.
a second. Time out here. If she came running and tackled me with a hug, what else is going to happen that she's going to help this?
Exactly.
Is she going to help the neuroplasticity of my mind as it's being rebuilt? No, bitch. Stand up.
Right.
Oh, you okay? Okay, let's take a walk through the mind. And it's like, whoa. Okay, pull it together, pal. All right, when you do that kind of shit and you're not on psychedelics, you're checking yourself. My reality melted away and came back multiple times. It felt like timelines, maybe that were meant to be or never meant to be, or stuff that I wanted and didn't want.
But everything,
because I kept saying, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but you can't apologize for that. Like I said, you don't have to apologize for that. We just have to really get through it.
But it was like a sickness.
But
and
I've
heard, all right, so we've heard a lot of people prior to us doing what we do, and during, how would they put it? I lost my thought. We hear them say something, and we get a better idea for it now that we've kind of gone through it. We're like, oh, that's what they meant when you had to push that something out. Like you can't explain that to someone. You can't tell them, look, what you're gonna go through is absolutely fucking insane. You're gonna lose your mind while you're in your body.
Right. You can't.
You're gonna think it's all crazy. Okay, this is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So under my mind, I was going, one more inch, I'm gone. I want out. Remember I was saying, I want out of here. I hate my life. I hate this shit. I want to get the fuck out of here. And then I'm like, they were going, well, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? They were not pleading with me, just talking to me. And then I was like, you know what? Well, I hate, but
what
no, I don't really hate anything.
You don't hate
here.
anything. You're going through something. You got to get to the end.
But what about other people that go through this?
Other people,
they're not going to make it if they're not willed enough to not.
Other people are at your concern right now. Yes,
running into a wall head first.
And you know what? You'll pass out, and then when you wake up, you're gonna have to go through it anyway.
If you punch the wall and break your hand, right, and then you punch the other wall and break your other hand, how are you gonna wipe yourself with all your purging? And then I was like, what's happening?
But you have to. But you had to push through. Remember, you said there was one like 5-hour period where Frank is going through this and he's apologizing, and I'm like, stop apologizing.
Hyper apologetic. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just push it out.
It was just I was crying.
Whatever it is out. You're crying. Cry it out.
Why does this have to?
Cry it out harder.
Why does this have to impact Paula?
Well, what are you gonna do?
It's like she was watching me for a giant ayahuasca session.
Yeah, but that's exactly what it was like.
We've heard people. This is what I meant to say before. That have been doing this maybe longer than us. Describe fear or that apology shit that I was doing and all that. That desperation stuff,
because you
a sickness.
It is because you desperately.
Like, it's actually a disease
because you want it to go away. You want it out.
Right.
You have to push it out.
When I was feeling the tears and the sorrow and the sad, I was like, "Ooh, this feels like I'm sick." It didn't. I felt like I had a cold, and I remember like other like older ladies.
It's like a virus. You gotta.
Yeah,
push it out.
And I'm like, wait, this is my emotion. Why does my emotion feel gross, like black gooey, all of a sudden? And they're like, well, because you're sick.
Because it's all not you. That's why
you're sick.
It's all not you.
So I'm like, but I'm sad because, and they're like, okay,
it's got to leave.
This list
got to go. It doesn't matter why you're sad, and it doesn't matter why you're sick, and it doesn't matter why you feel lost in despair, and it doesn't matter why you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. It doesn't matter. You just have to push it out, because once this cycle is completed, those issues and those feelings and those weights will never come back again, because there's no room for it anymore. So you have to push it out.
Right at the end of the crying, I was like begging, no more, because it actually was hurting me everywhere. Like it hurt. It was shaking. My body shook so much. I thought that they were actually had something attached to me, causing me to shake, to break stuff free that was stuck maybe in me somewhere. Well, and then I would just cry it out or throw it up or shit myself or something.
Well,
and
it was like,
it's out. We got it. We shook them until it fucking
they
out.
Were commenting in the live chat about using the tuning fork, and we did. We were using the tuning fork, and depending on where we put it on his body, he would have a reaction or he wouldn't have a reaction. So we did everything that we could do, but it took the time it took to release all of these emotions. And a lot of them weren't even yours. You said, like, you were feeling things that had nothing to do with you.
I was sitting there crying, going, "Why do I feel that for that?" Like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
not
"This has
mine,
nothing
but
to
it
do with
has
me."
to go. So it doesn't
Like, I
matter.
feel the weight of the world on a group's shoulders, and I'm going,
Yes.
no, 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 no. I don't feel despair like that.
I know.
I'm the guy that comes through with the uppercut. I'll just punch him right in the face. Let's see the devil scare everybody when I snap his jaw off his face. Let's see how he does. Let's throw a different card down than the one we always do, the fear card. No, let's put a little hope into it. I drop you with an uppercut. Everyone hits you with one. You're done. You're done. All it takes is one. I'll be that guy if I have to. Right? But with that, I tell Paula this. I get all the symptoms up and down.
Mm-hmm.
You were holding your hand over me this way, and all I felt was this vibrating vortex pushing back out. So at the end of the crying, I had my eyes closed, and I couldn't tell what it was while it was happening, but they looked like tubes attached to me, but they were etheric, I guess. And I had my eyes closed, so I couldn't tell there were tubes. I was just seeing that color or whatever. And then it pulled away, and I saw the black background, and it looked like these things on the wall where the tubes would come out of, just sucking in that energy. And I was like, what are you doing? Are you vampiring me? Are you sucking off the energy? You evil son of a... I always go dark with it. You son of a bitches, give me back my shit. And then it all like wisps off me, and then whoop, gone, nothing. And then I'm like, wait a second, I feel good.
Because you don't need it. It might not have even been yours. It could have been purging for someone else. So one of the chat room folks are asking, how do you handle the reality of some close relatives? You know, and that's what we're trying to navigate through right now, Frank and I. You know, I mean, you know, we all have families, and everyone's family believes something different, so it's hard. You know, we
definitely don't have the answers,
you know, like,
because we're in the middle of doing the show and doing all this stuff.
The grandparents aren't going through this shift with us. You know, they'll be moving along, but you know, they're not going to be impacted the way we're impacted by this shift that's happening. So it's hard because it's like stale energy.
You can
meeting
feel
our energy, and there's a little bit of resistance, and it's a little difficult, but you know, we have to put our protection up, and we do the best we can. And
it's hard. No, it is hard. Like my mother works with me to that level. If I take it one step past that, it's too much. Over.
Yeah, it's too much for her.
You need the mental institution. Bring yourself back. And it's like, look, I'm an injured dude. I'm early retired, beat up, can't do as much as I would like to do, for sure, physically and stuff. So I'm going through the route that way. So I have the time and effort and energy to push through that gate, and I'm coming through the gate.
Right, but people don't understand that because they don't realize there's another way to do things.
And it's nothing against my mother at all.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's
how many of you out there can push that button?
Yeah.
I push it. Well, there was how many of us felt part of our group, and I'm not mentioning any names, have literally at one point or another kind of had a little bit of a breakdown, like a psychotic breakdown, right? There's been a handful over the last few years. People have run away. They freak out. They lose their mind. They call me screaming, or they don't ever call me again. You're a monster. And I'm like, I didn't do nothing. Oh, I would have never done this. It wasn't for you. Dude, you're 3 years into this.
Because
you're blaming me now?
Because this reality.
I didn't make anyone do nothing. We used to do the thing on the show where we used to read off.
Oh, yeah. We had like a disclaimer, disclaimer in the beginning.
It's not it's for everyone, but it's not for everyone. This is a story
we're telling. We're not telling everyone here, you know, drink ayahuasca. That's not it. That was... You know, for first 10 or 15 episodes, yeah.
We have the cure for it.
But that's not it. This is...
The joke was we yelled that in the street.
No one wanted to know.
The lady next door said, if you don't go back in your house, I'm going to hit you with a brick.
Because nobody cares.
Stop yelling in the street.
No one cares. It's like you're the singer from your group who drank. She felt like I did. Like, we have to tell everybody.
Yeah, and I said, nobody wants to know. You're gonna go tell the neighbor.
No one wants to know. Yeah, no one wants to know.
Yeah,
you have the cure.
We were hanging out, and then, you know, it starts bubbling through. Like, hey, you smoked DMT? You tried this? Yeah, and it reaches a certain point, and it comes back at you like, no one wants to hear that.
Exactly.
There's 12 people here. 3 people want to hear that. Nobody else does. We literally don't want to hear that.
Yeah, we're afraid, so don't talk about it.
Yeah, I was on tour, and True Technique stepped to me right in the middle of there was like 8 people talking to me about it, and he just went, nobody wants to hear your mouth no more about this. I said, this was actually the first time I was speaking about it in front of everyone. It's just that the attention's on me and not on you, huh, big guy? And we almost went at it right in the room. And I said, how am I going to have a fist fight with you? I just drank ayahuasca 10 times. Get out of here. And then we were buddies again. He's like, oh, bro, that was pretty cool. You weren't afraid of me. I'm like, dude, I'm so over that shit. Sorry, I interrupted. It was
it's okay. It's okay.
People will shut you down hard.
We were talking about that the other day.
Drug addict.
There are some people who would rather you be wrong. Point out the fact that you were wrong about information that you provided instead of getting the right information. They just want to be able to say that the information you provided was incorrect. And it's like you live your life that way. You're never going to get anywhere. You're only going to get one step ahead. You're not going to.
You feel better.
You're not navigating instead of like
so worried about that part.
But you want to prove that I'm wrong instead of the glimmer of hope that.
Yeah, all my atheist friends were like, you're hallucinating.
Some spark of hope from something that we said may ignite a light in you. You'd rather let that possibility go just to prove that I'm wrong in what I'm saying.
Yes,
and that's sad and unfortunate.
The crab in the bucket technique, though, right? You throw the crabs in. The crabs can easily get out of the bucket.
Yeah, but you have
the chain and climb out.
Yeah,
but instead they pull each other back in.
But that's what people do.
We were wrong.
I'm afraid. I'm down here in the dark, and I'm afraid, and I want to keep you here in the dark with me.
Yeah. If there's 2 of us, then we'll be okay.
We'll be afraid together. Yeah. And then you create and then you create a fear consciousness. That's what you do.
Not?
Yeah. Yeah.
I talked about this a few weeks ago. This kid Isaiah, I see once in a while. He asked me, "Oh, did you see the games today?" It was, I don't know if they were like basketball playoffs or something. And I said, "Nah, I don't pay attention to that shit no more." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, well, I actually don't like sports anyway." And I said, "I figured you didn't. I don't know why you. It's because it's playoff day or something." And he goes, "No, actually, 90% of my friends either play fantasy sports or watch sports, so I will never see them at my age ever again, ever." In the environment, if I don't at least try.
Right.
And I was like,
right. So you stick the conversations that you know.
Like us.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's hard.
He felt terrible. And I was like, well, that was the most honest answer I've ever heard. He was like, no, I really don't even like sports.
But that's what happened to you.
But see how the quack, quack, quack,
but
quack,
that happened to you also
on?
with the sports. Sports kind of fell away for you because when I first met you, you were still watching football. Yeah. And then you just had no interest in sports at all. And I think that's what this this shift or leveling up or ascending or opening your mind does. You realize it. All
right, so this
they're all
we were just talking about this right before the show started.
It's all a distraction.
It's
all of it.
Okay, so Paula, when I was younger, I played the sheets all the time, and I watched every game I could. We didn't have it like this. We had to wait for the newspaper or ESPN late night on the Sunday nights and stuff. So we had the guys running the sheet. So I spent a lot of time studying the games. I played the sport. I was playing in college. This was before college. It was high school. I played in high school. So I said, and I used to ask everyone this question, and nobody answers it any really differently. Right. So I said, how did they always get the point spread right? Listen, I play football every week and I play street football. You never get it right. And why they stop in touchdowns if I'm running the game or why do they not continue to hit home runs and just defeat the enemy?
Do you know,
and they're like, well, it's unsportsmanlike conduct. I go, or are you covering the spread? Don't bullshit me. I'm a fucking ex-inspector. Thank you, Roxy. I'm an ex-inspector. I'm built to find your bullshit. Because if the bullshit leaks through, it ruins the product, right? And I'm going to get somebody from somewhere on something, or I'm not, right? So what's the deal?
I didn't have an answer for this. Like I didn't even have.
They go, it's Vegas. They know. They have the analytics. I go, okay. When we were first watching, right? When we had 8 channels, right? And,
Yeah,
sport,
where were the analytics? It was all on paper.
where are you getting the analytics, right? So what AI machine do you have printing out analytics? Well, we got smart guys with pencils and erasers, and we know what they're going to score with the score. I go, with the college game, they're up by 40 friggin' points. How come the NFL, they start tagging you if you go up by 3 touchdowns? Well, it's unsportsmanlike conduct. And I watch what the refs do, and I watch how the fouls go, and I watch how the penalties play out. They keep everybody within a reasonable distance of a certain thing. And you're like, well, how did they know that on the fucking point spread? How do they get that right? I was going, there's 14 games or something. And how do they get it right 12 times every time? It's going on for how many years has the fucking sport been out?
I don't know.
They're
no,
doing
I don't
this.
know.
All right. So
I just don't
basketball, the refs were getting caught, or at one point somebody got caught with keeping points at a certain level. It's not scripted. It's like there's guys that do things, and everybody's working within their own little agenda things. So you're told, back off. If you're going too far, back off. If you're going too hard, right? Like, they don't let you just trample the enemy. In college, you could trample the enemy up and down. Then you step into the big leagues, and you better keep it like this. All right, so I'm like, what did they ever do for me? And on top of that, there's another thing. So, all right,
Frankie's picking up energy from the neighborhood.
All right, now this gets into what I was going to talk about. Football was a perfect crossover.
Okay.
To get away from the purging and everything. I'm fucking tired of this stuff. I'm so sick and tired of purging. I'm going to do it because I have to, but I'm not happy about it.
But it's healthier to get rid of it.
It's like eating a fucking salad every day.
It's like people
I don't
say
want one every day.
A lot of people, and I did it my whole life until I found a better way. You push those feelings down, deep down inside, and you push them down and you push them down. And what happens? They fester. You push them down deep inside.
That stuff, all right,
it
we
has
hear
to
that
come
from
out.
Our parents and stuff, and you're like, oh, shut up.
Bury
right?
your feelings. Yeah.
And then you're really compacting layers for real.
Yes.
It's like a sandwich that you push so hard together that if you can't,
you can't see the layers anymore. You don't know what it is.
But now you got to separate that shit.
But that's not healthy, because remember, our cells. We remember on a cellular level. That's inviting sickness in, and heartache and grief. That pushing
grief,
all
despair,
of that down, eating that
style thinking.
That's why I always tell you,
makes you sick. It's actually a fucking sickness.
Exactly. That's why I tell you, whenever you're going through something, open your mouth wider, yell it, let it out, push harder to push it out. I always tell you, push it out, because you don't want to keep that in. That's how you invite sickness into your body.
Yes, and it always pretty much works.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's like you're clearing the pipe, right? You put your head back, you open your mouth, you fucking press your tongue down.
What happened this week? Yes.
Build up. That's like fucking in your head. Where'd it go?
Because we were told. Yes.
Breathe. Guess what?
We were told, don't talk about it. Push it down. Forget about it.
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Bury it in your mind.
Rub some dirt on it. Get back in there.
Bury it in your memory. No, let it go. Push it out. Get it out of here. You don't need it anymore. You don't need it. Remove it.
Yeah, it doesn't make you a warrior to do certain things like that. The warrior is the guy that could have the garden and be peaceful and then smack.
It's not even that, but we don't. But now we know you can't keep that because you're holding that space.
They
you're
trained our minds like reptilian soldiers, and it's like, we're not that. We're not made for that. You may think you're made for that, but you're a broken mother chunker at 60, 70 years old. If you make it that far, you're broken. I didn't make it to 40 without breaking. Right? And everyone around is hurt, injured, screwed up on some kind of medication. It's all fucked up. And then flooded with distractions. Terribly flooded with distractions. All right. This week, mass shootings, 3 mass shootings, right? Last week. I'm not sure if it was after the show last week or one happened, then another 2. Notice how they flew in and out of the news. They're gone. We're not hearing anything about it. My feed is loaded with Epstein stuff today, so you just almost know when they're pushing programming or some kind of directive. Oh, it lights up, Batman dies. Oh, hey, Batman, everybody. More distractions, right? Batman's a fictional character. right? He's not dying. He's alive and he's well. So they do the mass shootings. I feel terrible for anyone that's died. Absolutely terrible. I'm not going to say get into the politics of it, right? A mass shooting. Like, I don't want to get into the politics
you're not
of that
gonna,
shit.
no,
I'm not trying
it's
to bring
just
in that energy.
it's just
All 3 shootings, 3 guys looked pretty much alike.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Look, they have the same glasses, same stupid look on their face. How many they got to drag in front of you before they go that you go, all right, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely absurd. Before you dismiss somebody saying, well, they clone people and they do kinds of things like that. And then they do programming on actual people to do that. And on top of that, they're being led by guys that you think are saving your country and all that other shit. They're not doing that. To keep their jobs, they have to get guys like them to shoot people like us. So then they have something to do for work, but then they use that distraction to the people. I mean, you're getting hit with that. Oh, mass shooting. Oh, right. Then another mass shooting. It's terrible each time.
Right.
All right. Now that's 2. Wait, I'm in the Bronx. There's nobody shooting. Nobody. Like it's not what it sounds like from the news. Like if you watch Bronx news, you'd be maybe nervous to go out. I go stand outside all day, all night. There's nothing going on. None that stuff rarely happens. They're focusing in on something, and they're showing the world, and they're beating you with it
because it's the worst parts. They're showing you the worst parts of people. Yes.
And you're like, they keep playing that same note, the same loop, and you're like, where's the rest of the song? Back up. Let me see the song notes. And you see the little, and you're like, oh, they're looping that to keep you in a fear loop. In a cycle of that. Now that's not the only thing. They shut down 8chan. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's where information comes flying out of different anonymous characters and all kinds of stuff. They shut it down and reopened it. And the guy that actually created it was like, yo, don't go over there. That's not us. They shut us down, but that's not us over there. So don't go over there. So they attacked, they mass shootings. They brought down 8chan, which is a pretty powerful online. Everything is information. So the more information you have and the more you're equipped with, the more you know.
Right.
Okay. Then all this stuff with pedophiles getting arrested and in trouble, right? Like bigger names are started to kind of like leak out in different directions. Then Epstein's file opens, and the next day he's dead in suicide watch in a New York City place, blah, 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 on and on. I do not think this guy's dead. Just a personal opinion. I would think there's this mass agenda. And if he is dead, then they're just wiping it in your face. Like, look, you're never going to get us. Right? But he's been in custody. They have all his books. They have all his records. If you think they don't know, they know. Trust. Everyone has information on everyone else. That's the whole name of the game. They weren't just leaving the guy sitting there going, okay, well, we don't know anything until he speaks. That's actually a load of shit. He's already talked a bunch of times. They could be bringing him underground. I meditated on it. I didn't see that he was dead at all. They were like, no, just back up. Nope. Don't be ridiculous. You're falling into distractions again. I said, well, no, it's just loaded in there. They're like, why? Why is that loaded in there? Is it there for a mass consciousness reason? Are they trying to direct you in a direction? Or perhaps the good guys got him and they shuffled him off somewhere. It's a heist within a heist within a heist. You don't know.
You don't know.
And the idiot on Facebook that's going, bro, you don't know. I know because I know. You don't know shit. All right? This is a giant distraction. It's all. I said to you, I don't trust Facebook. I don't.
Well, you can't.
I trust you, my fearless family, people out there. Like, I have faith and trust in that. If the article comes through a certain way, I'll read it and I critique it and I just go over it and then I keep my mouth shut because I'm like, I don't think that's right, or this is correct, and
because you don't know,
And then other stuff I don't make comments on because
you don't know.
What do we sit around and do sometimes? We assume shit, and it comes out to be these fantastic stories, and usually it's not anything like that. It's usually the most obvious thing
because everyone's put their point of view in while they're telling.
Yeah, before you know it, everyone's born identity, and we're doing all this stuff, and it's like, look. These guys are doing this over here. That's it. Like, come on, keep it simple, keep it moving, stop being distracted by it, because while you're doing this, they're doing something else. So while this is going on, internally, my meditation told me, don't be bothered with any of this. It's time for you to do what you came here to do now. And I'm like, well, bro, it's fucking busy. Did you see how everything looks right now? They're like, what does that have to do with you? Literally, what does anything that you see on here have to do with you? Look, alarms are beeping, things are going off. What does that have to do with you? Do you have to be anywhere? I'm like, nope. What are you doing? Wait. You have to be on Facebook at the you're on Instagram right now? Is that what it is? Oh, YouTube. Oh, it's YouTube. What are you watching? Comic book stuff? Is that really more important and relevant to what's going on? And I'm like, oh shit, there's literally nothing going on except me. There's nothing happening for real, except for what I'm doing.
And what you're going through.
And what I'm going through. And that's why I keep pointing inward.
Mhm.
Right. So with that knowledge, Paula and I have been, I don't know, I feel like we work super hard at this, but it's not hard work. It's hard work, but I don't look at it like, more work. Like keeping everything at this level.
Energetically?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but is it worth it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I'm getting.
Yeah,
at.
you want to get attacked every day? You want to, do you want to bring everyone else's demons home every time you come into the house? No. So, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's like everything else.
Because people have these enlightening moments.
Yeah.
And their eyes light up because the energy's here. We're not going there. We're here. We're already there.
You're already there.
You as the creator.
Yeah, you're already there.
Are already there. That's that. This is the hard way to think.
Right.
To teach yourself how to think. That's why I just always respond. I like Josh always does. Yo, man, it's the all.
But
Brad,
it is all. It's
so
like it's
I
always
come from
now.
that.
It's the same thing. It's
I go,
always
you
now.
want prime creator? I'm right here.
Yeah.
Like that's it, right? And what are you trying to say? You're God? No.
No.
I'm creator. You're a creator as well. And whether you believe it or not is irrelevant to me. I believe it.
Don't you
and
worry
I'm not
about
pushing it on you.
don't you worry about what I believe. Worry about what you believe.
Yes. Or else we'll wind up with the Spanish Inquisition again.
Like we'll
just keep looping that fucking program.
Just live.
Right? I'm going to stab you until somebody says they love Jesus.
It doesn't work that way.
And then everyone will love Jesus because I'll kill everyone that doesn't.
Do you know?
It's like, no, we can't do that anymore.
Do you know the basic premise of this whole love, not fear thing is just to be kind to other people? That if people were just but that's the joke. If people were just a little bit more kind to one another, we would not be in the predicaments that we're in.
So the further we move up the chain, the simpler the teachings get.
But people,
it's harder than you could imagine.
No one believes it. Frankie, trust me. Frankie, for the first 6 months, Frankie, trust me. For the first year, for the first year and a half, for the first 2 years, Frankie, just trust me.
I love Space Jesus too.
Now Frankie knows.
But I also love Space Shiva.
But you trusted it and you tried it and it worked. And it worked.
I believe in us. See, that's the whole thing. I watched it for real.
But you saw it. You saw it happen.
No, I saw it happen too many times.
And then you said, "Wow, I could do the same thing, and my life could be that simple too." And you did it.
But it's simple. All right. As a rock star, I'm looking at it going, it's not simple, but there's something appealing to it, right? Because is it simple? Because I'm doing it, and I'm like, yo. This is mad chill, but I do a lot of stuff.
It's like living a healthy lifestyle, right? Not being on a diet, right? You're eating better, or you're exercising more, or you're walking more, or whatever you're implementing into your lifestyle. It's the same thing. This is just a spiritual insert, right? It's a different way to look at things. It's taking the time out to say, I love myself and I like myself today. And I don't know how I'm going to feel in 3 hours, but right now I'm doing okay. And when I get to the 3 hour mark, I'll figure it out then.
Yeah.
Taking the time to hold space for yourself, taking the time to send love to yourself. You know, like I was joking with your mother when we were on vacation. Before we'd even left, I had sent love to the trip to the airport to go home.
Yeah. I remember this.
And they were joking, the ladies, your mother and
How
Laura.
did we get here so
How
fast?
did we get here so fast? And I was
With
like,
no interference on the roads,
ladies,
this, that,
really,
the other-
you don't know the answer to this yet? I'm here. What was different about your trip last year?
Right.
Oh, well, you weren't here. Well, that's why everything went so
it
smoothly.
sounds like a joke, but listen,
it's
you can
true.
science this stuff.
Test it.
Send love ahead
To
as you
whatever
go
it
into a
is,
place, send love
parking
to the
spot,
consciousness,
a
the parking
restaurant,
spot.
the grocery store. Just try it. Look, we all have to do these things. Your situation, your experience will be a lot easier the next time. I promise you.
Listen, I scienced it and then couldn't believe it still, because I'm like, hey, just hanging out, doing things like this. I'm learning from Paula, basically. She's but we're together. That's why.
Yeah.
Right. Then I'm like, I'm going to send love ahead to the massage place. Right. And then I eat mushrooms and go there, and I ate a little too much.
And you had the best experience of your life.
I see the light being. I had my eyes closed as the lady came over. She was like 67. She was definitely could throw a left hook. She was little, and I didn't look at her until I opened my eyes. I saw this giant light beam, and then I saw a dragon open its eye right in front of me.
She worked on my uncle a couple of years
she'll
ago,
beat the shit
and
out of
he
you.
thought it was a man.
Yeah, I
and
looked down,
she's
I saw
an
little
old
feet,
lady.
and then I saw this 11-foot light being, and I was like,
Yep.
"Oh, thank you so much. Let me get rid of the reptilian for you." And the eye and the head turned, and they were like, "Reptilian? Yeah, I'm definitely reptilian. I'm a dragon." And I went, "What?" And they were like, "Look, we got your message. You sent love ahead."
Sent love ahead.
Are you fucking kidding me? And I go, "This is the greatest experience of my life in a massage bar." Like, I can't even explain this, but the dragon was the consciousness to everyone who was working there. So it was like the dragon was split into the people that were working there.
Because it's a collective.
And I said, I didn't fucking understand this for a second. And now I'm visually here. And the dragon was like talking to me the whole time. It was huge. And I started calling her Lily
Dragon. Yeah.
Oh, Lily Dragon. I was going to slay the dragon. And she'd go, yeah, that's great. That's great. Slay the dragon. That sounds great. Sit down. We've been expecting you, son of the sun. And I'm like, you know who I am? And they're like, yes, we received that package. You were yelling on the way over. And I'm like, there is no time and space. There is no distance for you to hear me. They're like, dude, you're the... Once again, let me hold you.
It's the speed of thought.
You're the creator.
Yes.
It's just thinking it gets it done. You're just trapped in the human avatar.
Just try it.
And this is why it seems this way.
Send love ahead for a parking space. And I'm telling you, that's how we started. We baby
send love ahead
it for parking
baby's
space.
Eye was last week during the show was coming out. The fucking eye was hanging out.
Yes.
I'm like, listen,
everyone last week who listened to the show sent love. His eye is so much better.
The eye that was getting bad got completely healed 100%. And the eye that was terribly bad is at 50% less.
Yep.
It's not even been a full week.
You know,
it's
just been a full week.
It's just been a full week right now, maybe. And I'm like, wow, we were calling her Baby Fury, and like for Nick Fury, the guy with the one eye, we were looking at names, One-Eyed Willie. We were looking at the guy from Michael Myers movies. His name was number 2, right? So we have a cat we call number 3.
So we can't call her number 2.
You can't have a number 2. And I'm like, this guy, he's from Heart to Heart. This guy's fucking great.
Robert Wagner. Yeah, we're not.
But he's number 2. No, we can't call the cat number 2. Now the eye is clearing.
It's getting
you can
better,
see the eye underneath. And I'm like, are you regrowing a fucking eye?
Eyeball. Yeah, we didn't even know if she had. Yeah,
all right,
we didn't know.
A little bit of faith, a little bit of love, a whole lot of, good vibes sent your way, and, the proper attention paid to.
I'm telling you, you didn't even want to. When I asked you the other day, doesn't
we're giving her medicine as well.
Doesn't the baby's eye look better? And you didn't even want to look at me.
Desperate.
Yep,
Last week on the show, I said, "Oh my God, the eye, lowercase g, is going to come out. The whole eye is just hanging." But it was this other. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Just trust me.
It looked like an umbilical cord that was cut, and then the other piece is falling out.
You just gotta trust me, Frank.
Now the eye's moving behind it, and she runs just as fast, or if not faster than everyone here.
She's not in pain.
No pain.
We don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. I thought it was a girl. Now I think it's a boy.
We've been calling her Gandalf.
Gandalf
the Gray.
She sits by the food dish and she says, "You shall not pass."
You shall not pass. Right. So right.
Anyway, yeah.
All right. We go through the purges. We refuse to let the distractions get to us.
Right.
We believe in ourselves. Right. We opt to do the thing we haven't done because, and that doesn't mean go full 100% opposite direction. It's just like, you know what? I'm hearing this from you, Joe Rogan.
Break it down.
Richard Simmons.
Break your day
Tony
down.
Robbins,
Yeah, just break it down.
Stone Cold Steve Austin
Just break
said
it
it. You know, like,
what do
must be something to
those
it.
people do that are different from what I do, and why is their outcome different than my outcome? Like
every time.
like me and Frank, you know, like anything that needs to be tackled for the week. Oh, I can't believe that. We got to do this. I hate that. And it's like, Frank, it's got to get done. So look at it a different way.
Yeah, it's you come
look at it a different way. And then once he started doing that, he realized, oh, okay.
Yeah, now when I go food shopping, I'm dancing around. I'm
because
hanging
you
out,
send love ahead to the grocery store first.
I don't go in there. No, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck. What the fuck you looking at? I don't do that no more. And you know what? What really sucks? This is what I'm aware of now, which is ridiculous. As if I wasn't aware of this as an inspector. Y'all in the supermarket doing that, going, I want to just get in and out. Fuck this person. Fuck that person. Y'all putting that shit in the food.
Yeah. You're contaminating your food.
You're contaminating the food, which is making the supermarket suck even more.
Yeah.
So you have to you have to learn for yourself to not be that stick in the mud, right? Like you don't expect Julio and Jeff to change. They're not going to do it. Rachel's not going to do it. And you're like, well, I got to fucking see these people again. They're not going to do it. So you change and move around.
Right.
But drop the happy anchors and stuff because
you change you. Can't change
one
people.
One of you, one of us, one of the I am we are, in midst of all that nonsense is enough sometimes to clear it the fuck up. One of the things I've noticed is my intent, no matter how a situation looks, if I add it or subtract it, can be just by sending energy to it and going, that's a good idea internally.
Or pulling it back.
Or pulling it back is will either make it or break it in someone else's situation who's in a collective room and there's a room full of 20 people. And I'm like, that's a fucking good idea. Boom, it goes off.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's a confidence throughout it that starts to build up throughout
because it's a collective.
And then reverse when you hear somebody gets up and goes, "Hi Hitler," you're like, what? Boom. It sucks it right back. It's like, nah, bro.
Right.
No, I'm not feeling that, bro. What do you right? So
because it's a a give and take.
It's a give and take. Yeah. And you can push, you could do the push and pull.
You could give it or you could
when
take
you
it.
Think something like, oh, if I'm not giving my energy to this, even though it's something that might be relevant and important for once.
Then you don't.
I'm saying
you don't. If you don't want to
swing,
yeah.
Regardless of what it looks like in a scenario, there could be 1,000 people doing something, and your energy can push it or pull it in
one way
direction,
or another. Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Or you can choose to not be part of that, but never be in despair, looking at something like that and going, well, I'm not giving my energy to it because it's just not going to be fun. Like how many fucking people or if you look at it with the problem. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But if you look at it with the positive, it might, all right, like the one person that dances, they just get up and start dancing and then people start dancing around them.
Right.
Right? The whole fucking place, there's a stadium full of people, nobody's moving. We're just like, yeah. And you're like, bro, this is my favorite song. This is my favorite song. And bro, sit down. Don't fucking embarrass me tonight. Please don't embarrass me. Listen. I paid $60 for this ticket. I've been waiting 6 months for these motherfuckers. Guess what?
Yeah, I'm getting up and moving.
Right? You get up, you start dancing,
right.
And then the crowd just starts dancing.
Right.
And you broke the ice. And then you feel like the dude everyone's sitting. So at this layer, there's a layer over your head, and you're like, bro, this is cool. See, I can't kind of, and then the guy's like, oh, it's my jam.
Yeah, because
breaks through it.
Because one person has to break
and
through
then
first.
It's like, it's like you broke through the cellophane wrapper and then, but you were feeling awkward. Why? Well, I don't want people to see me dance. I don't want to be that guy. We talked last week
because
about
it's a collective, because it's everybody thinking the same thing. Everyone's saying, well, I wish someone would get up first so then I can get up. It's it becomes a consciousness.
There's a dude sitting there going, yeah, the first one that does it's a fucking dummy. Right? Like there's always that. And then the dude doing it, the girls start dancing with him.
Yeah.
And then he goes, bro, let me buy you a beer. Right? It changes in a different way for the non-dancer.
Because the collective
the wall hanger
changes.
will buy you a beer and thank you for watching something like that. Like
yes.
it's a whole new dynamic. But all of that could be done by you just being there and having the thought to push forward. This is what I was getting at. So you can do this. So whenever it looks hopeless or all hope looks lost, or it just looks in a different way, and you're like, bro, I can't possibly influence this thing in any way, right? The minute you choose to influence, not influence, or negative or positive influence or whatever, it could be the swing factor to the whole thing. Like you just came out and you were the walk-on run.
Right.
And you're like, wait, what? We won the game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you fucking came in and you were like, bro, and the energy just popped, and that was it. We were going like this on the balance. Evil, good, evil, good, evil. Boom, good. Done. Sorry, I got a little amped up.
No,
right
but that's exactly it. It's like when you're leaving the party and then someone gets there and everyone wants to talk to that someone that gets there. That person starts everything all over again energetically because everyone wants to be around that person.
Right? When the door opens. Hey!
Yeah, everyone wants that person.
And then you're like, oh shit, look, it's Frank. Oh, it's Paula. Hey!
Right. Because people bring.
And then the guy that stands on the wall that comes in that nobody really likes too much, they come in, they're just like, yeah, what's up, Phil? There's drinks over there. Because the energy's different.
Exactly. And they always say, why is that guy here? He never has a good time.
Man? Every time
he never have a good time.
He fucking sits in front of the fish tank.
Right, but that's what he does.
Pet the fish.
That's what he does.
Well, he's
That's
Aquaman.
that guy.
Aquaman.
I was on a flight home with
King of the Seven Seas.
On vacation. I forget where we were coming from. It might have been Mexico. It was a night flight. And everyone was sleeping. And there was this little boy. And he must have been watching an iPad. And every couple of minutes, you'd hear nothing. And then you'd hear Aquaman. the whole flight home. And I love children. But I wanted to lock this little boy in the bathroom because every couple of minutes you just heard Aquaman, and that flight was a very, very, very long time ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday. Aquaman, it's horrible.
I'm king of the seven seas. It's like, yo, which one of you decided to make it the seven seas? It's one sea. I run this whole fucking thing.
Go to bed.
You guys are actually floating in my water. Get out.
I was amazed at two things. I was amazed that child's mother's iPad lasted that long, the whole flight home, that she had that much battery life. One. And two, you never told your kid, go to sleep. It's late. Like it's nighttime. Like he's a little boy. Man. Go to sleep.
Aquaman.
Oh my. It's the whole way home.
Gotta love that shit.
That was a long flight. I don't remember where it was coming from, but it was hours.
That's another thing I can't stand. Long flights. When I was talking about things need to change.
You can't leave the house. Forget about it.
No, we need to start portaling places or using different technology. I'm serious.
Yeah, that'd be so much easier for you.
Like lifts and, I sit down in a fucking chair and it just goes. It just literally goes from my door to wherever I need to, or I just open a portal.
We need, you know what we need? We need the Doctor Strange sling rings, and we need to portal.
Man, those rings don't work. We've been trying them for years. We just wind up making brass.
No, but I think that'll be easier for you because you.
So how do these work? You punch them in the face, and then a portal opens. No. You're supposed to use your mind to make it work. You mean I'm not supposed to punch them? No, you don't punch them. What if I punch the air? Does it create the portal with the ring? No. You have to use your. All right, let's start back at the beginning. Breathe 30 times, please. Or as my coach used to say, run, you fat fuck. Run. Take more laps. And I used to go, Jesus, dude, what are you doing?
He really called you fat? Really?
I was kind of chunky. It's everyone was fat when you had to run and you were lagging behind. It's just motivation. Like what I do to Bear in the window. You're the best character I've ever seen. I've never seen someone that could jump from the heights that you jump, because at first he was afraid to jump out the window, and he would wait there, and I'd have to give him motivational talks.
Oh yeah, he needs a lot of encouragement.
Panthery kind of cat being such as yourself.
You can do it. You can do it. You're a big boy.
It honors me to be here in the presence of the high jumping master up the tree, and he'd go and jump right out the window head first. I'm like, I can't believe that shit works. But all right, so. We're having a little bit of fun, but people have snapped like, oh, you think you animals understand you, or you talk to animals. That's been the new thing, one of the new things. What do you think? Have you scienced it up? Do animals listen to you? Do you talk to animals? Do you feed them? Do you connect with them energetically? Do you bring yourself to their frequency so they're not afraid of you? Because, most humans do stupid shit, throw rocks and this and that. So why would a bird this big want to go anywhere near you? Right? I have the Frankenfoot is what I call it, right? So it's like a lead foot. It's like every time I try to get near you with my hand shake, my thumb gets in the way, crush, push, pull, break. Like I gotta be really careful with these small ones in my hands are shaking. Right? How did I do it? I didn't go outside and start praying to Mother Nature. I don't know, like doing rituals to this and that and the other. Like,
no, you were just gentle and you used your inside voice. That's what you did. It's a baby steps.
I watched someone who has the ability to work with the animals, and then I got a better understanding, and I desired to be part of that, and I entered it appropriately.
Yeah.
With respect, kindness, right?
Executed it. Yeah.
If you want in, you gotta, if you're gonna cook, right? Well, you gotta get over the pan, you gotta get it high, you gotta do certain procedures.
Steps, yeah, there are steps.
You're gonna bake, you gotta put the oven on, you gotta get preheated for this and that. If you're not gonna do that, why are you doing? Well, you're gonna skip 10 steps so you can get it done faster. Well, it's gonna taste like shit. Right?
Yeah, but everyone wants that instant gratification.
This one's eye's never gonna heal. This one's hip's always gonna be bad. She's gonna be cranky bitch forever. No, she loves me, and that eye's getting fixed. Period.
Right. Because I say it so.
Yeah.
And so it shall be.
Now, naturally, some things are out of our control, but we're also leaving that 3D frequency.
Right.
So it's a shitty frequency. It is what it is. I'm not going to snap at it.
No, but you pick and choose what you can. You deal with what you can according to what's important. Like if you have 10 things on a list to do, and they all can't be done, you pick the high priority things first.
Yeah,
right.
Sometimes you can't even get those.
Sometimes you need to change your priorities. Yeah, absolutely.
You can't get any of those done. You got to get your brake light fixed first, because all of those require driving past the police precinct, get your tail light fixed.
Please, we tried to do that twice this week.
Saying.
It didn't. I know. It's funny because my other brake light went out a couple of months ago, and I just went to Raleigh to get it fixed. And I was going to tell him.
Shout outs to Raleigh. He's awesome.
I was going to tell him change the other light, but it wasn't broken.
And it's not broken.
But I should have realized that if one was going to go, the other one was going to go anyway. But whatever, it's fine. But you know what? When you have to prioritize these things. Like we tried to do so many different things this week. Again, third week, we tried to go to the beach. No beach. Today would have been the most beautiful day to go to the beach. What happened? Our pipes were purging. We had to get the plumber this morning. Yeah.
We were going through clogged pipes and weird stuff and sick cat and
everything is purging.
But at the same time, the cat's running and playing.
And now it's all fine.
We're hanging out.
It's all fine.
Like
now it's all fine.
10 minutes ago to when you were freaking out to not freaking out to freaking out, anxiety, no anxiety, more anxiety. What happened right prior to that? Because everything's still going exactly the same way.
It's your state of mind. It's where you stand in your thought.
Well, I was thinking about this. It's like, all right, calm down.
Yeah.
We got to work our way back, but I can't calm down. Well,
one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm. You're aware that you need to calm down. So it's your responsibility to at least take a chill pill.
Right.
Doesn't mean you got to go into a fucking robe and start chanting mantras. Just chill out for a minute.
Yeah.
Go for a walk. Take the moment for yourself. These energies build up and they explode. They explode outward into other people's faces at times. And you know what? Keep it off their fucking wave.
But
do what
you're
you
right.
got to do for you. All right. One thing I've noticed, I was saying, when I blow up, when I go down for the count, someone always takes offense to it, wants to fight me or argue with me, or I'm the worst person in the world because I kind of disconnect 100%.
Right. People don't understand.
I'm like, meanwhile, I'm having the worst time in my house going through what I'm going through. And it's life. We all have our own versions. But because I shut down to take care of mine doesn't mean I hate you, dislike you, or anything. I'm going through some shit. If I had the flu, you wouldn't expect me to do anything. Right? You'd be like, bro, he's got the flu. He's shitting himself. He can't even breathe.
Right. Well,
I'm going through this. Why would you think if I'm like, oh, it's a sickness? It's really a sickness. So what's different? Right. Nothing.
people's understanding of
People
what you're going through.
They're choosing to understand it from
or
their,
or not.
from their level of awareness, which could be not much at all, to a whole bunch. Right?
The chat room folks are saying all nice things.
Well, they're awesome people.
Yeah, they are.
They're
They
awesome
really are.
beings. We traveled through dimensions to be here. I feel like I'm in a like the Pac-Man table game where you could sit and play on the table, Pac-Man, right? So Pac-Man's looking up though. I mean, I'm looking back, not playing the game. And the guy's trying to, and I'm like, and he's like, you can see me. Good. He lets go of the joystick, looks me in the eyes, and we start moving together.
Right.
But the weird part is, I feel that disconnect that I'm in a video game. It's not, that's a joke, but it's not a joke.
Because
It's like a giant hologram, but we think space is all this infinite stuff. You know, when you're playing a video
because
game,
you think
space
it's out,
goes on, and you
out
think it's out there, but it's right there on
and
the screen
we're
with
here. But no, it's all right here. You realize that you can make a connection and you can work together, or you can work against that thing that you're looking at on the screen, and you'll see how that works out, and you'll lose.
My
or
higher
you can
self
work with it.
was like your remote that I have to use on you since forever. He says, think about being up in the clouds with a magnifying glass and having to make a fine needle point, hit you in your pineal gland. And now your pineal gland's already fluorided and everything. You're already messed up. And it has to break through that. And I'm trying to control you.
Mm-hmm.
But if that laser tip comes off the pineal, I have zero connection to you.
So I gave you a sense
that's how hard
in
it
your
is.
gut, but because you're human, you don't listen to it.
Yeah, you're not even paying attention.
So every scary movie that you watch, someone gets a stomach ache first and they do it anyway. Why do they do it anyway? Because we never listen to our gut.
Yo, I stopped.
We never listen to our gut.
You just set something off about setting off your gut. Yeah, I don't really watch too much horror anymore.
No, I know you can't do it.
Like it's
it's like the porn. It's like all of that stops. It's like since I you can't
horror.
But it's the same thing. It's fear porn. It's the same thing. It's you're getting yourself worked up to get yourself scared. Yeah, it's the same thing. You can't do it. Can't do it. It just changes your life in a very
it's weird because if
unassuming type of way.
Mind control. Check this out. So
but that's part of what that is.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a fear wheel.
That's the idea, is to keep you in the loop.
It's exactly. So it's like fear porn. Yeah.
They take your eyes, they open them, and they put the drops in them, right? You know the movie. You were just watching this the other day, Clockwork Orange, and they flash images that are no different than your basic horror movie, with gore and violence, right, and rape and stuff. And then in the the people that like from that time period. Yeah. That you're watching the movie, they were not used to that, seeing that kind of stuff.
No.
And being all right, so it make them terribly sick and then psychotic. Right now, I went to a Motley Crue concert and they were flashing those same images on those giant jumbo screens that were right on the stage.
Yep.
And I threw up. People were throwing up in the front row.
Yeah.
All right. But we'll go and pay $20 to go watch Jason cut someone open head to toe and have the guts spill out. It's just a freeze frame of that scene with the guts flying out and then the baby hanging and then it's just scattered blood. It's not even a video. They're showing you pictures, flashing it. And then when we watch this, like I love Ash and the Evil Dead. I cannot watch it. Yo, I was watching that show and I felt it occurring. Like
that was like a year or two ago though, right?
Well,
all the
seasons are on Netflix now.
Yeah.
I think
you can't even watch it.
I can't put it on. I can't think about it because it opens a portal to that stuff because you get in the let me watch the movie
because it's a consciousness.
And then the girl's eating the baby and the baby turns into a monster, rips out of the person, and I'm going, yo, this is really fucked up. Well, it's done in a funny way so you can be like, oh yeah, look, it's Ash. He's shooting him with a shotgun in the high school, and I'm like, they're doing real rituals. It's part of the set because the actor's not doing that. Like their movie company sets up the set. they have them running around doing it in front of you,
Performing a ritual.
performing it
Mhm.
right there in front of you, and then
Right.
it like comes out and gets you. That sounds so cheesy. We were listening to the Leak Project one night, and it was the clipped version. And I was like, I don't want to listen to the clip version. I needed the real version of Rex speaking to this guy that had the spirit box.
Oh,
Right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
They bring the guy's like, oh, this is what I do. It seems like a nice guy, whatever. And I'm like, well, he obviously doesn't know what he's playing with. He's just being scientific.
This is a while
Things
ago,
are
yeah.
talking through. That guy's always on though. He plugs in the box. It's not like the box isn't plugged in, and then they get messages, and you can hear the voice come out. It's obvious as they were talking, they couldn't understand it on the first go round, that they went back after putting the video up and fixed what they said. They thought they were talking to Anki, and this thing was not Anki, and it didn't say it was, and then jumps in like it is. Like, oh, yes, it's me and everything. And I'm like, I'm listening and getting sick as I'm listening, going, that's not Anki. Like, I'm not even going to tell you how I 100% know it's not. It's DNA and bloodline, but I'm going, that's not Anki. And they're just bringing stuff out, and they're having this monster conversation, and the thing's telling them, I know who you are, and I know who you are. Thanks for bringing me out. Like, and I'm going, what are y'all doing? You just opened that portal, right? So this is what I decided to do.
I got
Paula
sick.
freaked out. She made me shut it off.
Look, I never tell Frank to shut anything off, or I don't want to listen to that. He can listen to anything. He can watch anything he wants. I heard that. I was in the other room, and I started screaming from the other room, you have to shut it off. It's making me sick.
Yeah.
And if it's making me sick, it definitely is going to make you sick.
I was like very interested in this stuff. I was
no,
like,
no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Why? To allow that entity in?
You don't know,
or to have ties to you? No,
I don't bring
no
anything out. I don't attach to those things.
Yeah, the chat room folks transmute and run away. That's exactly what we did.
So for here, you'd have to shut YouTube off, right? That's how you close the portal. But once some of that shit gets in,
as soon as you stopped, and I stopped hearing that voice,
yes,
everything was fine. So was it Ra that was interviewed? Ra was being interviewed.
Ra was on the show the other day, I think.
And we were listening to it, and I said, Frank, I'm going to have a hard time here because
you were worried
yes.
So Rex likes to do shit like that. He likes to science up on the show. Some of it, though, is like weird science because you don't.
Yeah, but he's a little bit of a provocateur. Like, he provocates things. Like
they're running a show, so everyone's running their own version of what they think a show should be. And exactly, that's good for them.
But we know energetically.
I mean, I watch. I'm a fan, so
yeah. But you know energetically what it does to you. So you know,
I have to shut that shit off. Exactly. I have to sage the whole fucking house. I got to ring bells and clang things and do tuning forks, and I got to walk through the rooms and check the cats.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Then if you're purging to get rid of it, it's like, listen, this is too much fucking work.
It's not even
to dig in a nonsensical field.
It's
so I wanted to buy ghostbusting equipment, the paranormal equipment. I was like, let me meditate on this. They were like, absolutely not. They were like, do you want a magnet to bring all the stuff that you close portals? You fight
all you need
things.
is a glass of water. You
don't need any of this. But if you have that stuff, you're bound to like you were saying, the lady had to take the hanger out of the car because people kept getting locked out of their cars around her, and she always had a hanger. So she got rid of the hanger,
because you're putting your intention in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you want it. And you ask for it, you're gonna get it.
By buying the equipment, you're bringing them to you because there is no time, fucking space. It doesn't matter.
You don't need the equipment.
That haunts over there.
He's right here.
Right here. You can go to him right now. He's right there.
Or you can think of him.
Yeah.
And
you can see the layers in between you. You're like, oh, he's
thought
just
travels
in this
a lot
frequency.
faster, and he'll come right to you.
That's why when you get to a certain level, dudes will just clear you while they're talking to you. Like, they don't have to come and see you.
No.
So, bro, I need to come see you.
You did it to Chris over the air. We were on the phone
I did
Was
it to
that?
Chris
Wait a minute. Was that an interview? Or were we just on the
No,
phone?
we were off. We were off.
We were
air
off air
and
on Skype.
on Skype. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
he
right.
didn't
We
have
were off
video
air.
up. He had a picture of
Yes,
himself up.
and he said he felt something, and I said, Frankie, you can
You
clear
offered
him.
me to clear him, and I was
I
like,
said,
"Don't do that. I'm not
You could clear him right now."
gonna be able
And
to do
you
that."
said, no, I can't. And I said, yes, you can. Just look at the picture.
Yo, something happened. I looked into the camera. It was the picture right on the screen. He has big eyes. I had guys. And I was staring. I'm like, all right, just give me a minute. Let me focus. Let me clean my hands, my feet. Then boom. And it took 1 fucking second. We discussed this though
Through the screen,
on air.
through the computer screen.
It was like I traveled through the computer,
Yep.
which was nothing. It was just like I pierced through and I was in him.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh, this doesn't belong. And then I was back in myself, and then I started throwing up right where I was sitting.
And then he threw up. I had to get a waste paper basket.
Are you purging? I feel lighter. What happened?
Yeah.
I go,
And then
I just
didn't he
did it."
throw up?
Yeah.
He purged after that.
And I've done this with a bunch of people.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you can easily do this, if you can easily get to somebody that's not in front of you and clear them, just as easily as you can do that, something can attach itself to you.
Oh, so easily.
Oh, so easily. It happens all the time, every day to people.
I go shake someone's hand or give a fist bump to the wrong guy. I'll be
Yep.
like, hey, buddy, hold the door open to the grocery store, tap him on the back on the way out. Boom, it's done. It's already over.
It's too late. Yep.
As all right, black.
How many
sheep's a
people
bad
come here,
word,
hang
but
out here, and
it would
their
be like the
attachments wait
vortex.
outside for them?
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
know
it's like a
what'll
waiting
happen.
area.
Yeah,
They're not allowed in.
But if you came in, it would be beating time. You don't go home. That's some of these things you just transmute, right? So they don't want to be transmuted.
No,
So
some of them make agreements to stay.
They're like, yo, we'll just stay over here.
Yeah.
And stay out of bounds.
Yeah.
You know, and I've confronted people like, yo, your boys are waiting for you outside. He's a pussy. You don't want to come in. And Josh said to me, what are you talking about? I go, you fucking emo friend is standing outside.
Yeah.
And I was
Your
just
attachment
smiling.
is
And
outside.
then he goes, you know, my wife made fun of me once and said, oh, you're being emo, whatever. I go, yeah, because I get the same way.
Yeah.
I'll act like Drama Frank. Drama Frank's the drama head, right? So
No,
Drama
not really.
Frank can't be around no more. Like this isn't Heist Click. This isn't. I'm not going on a
Yeah. A
for
tour.
3 months on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best show ever. Come see me. I'm not selling anything.
Yeah.
There's none of
We're
that.
picking up laundry and feeding cats here. Yeah. Yeah. It's very humbling.
It's definitely more fulfilling. I'll tell you that.
Oh, well, that's good.
It is whether you are or not. Man, look at me, so cute. There is, all right. What happened to me is life is important. In my world, okay, everybody has this in one way or another. You're important, so you're my other. You're sitting across from me, but we're partnered up, right? I love you, you love me. Okay, so that's important. More important than Facebook. It's more important than YouTube videos. It's more important than video games. All right. She's important.
Yeah.
Why is she important? Because when I open that door, she greets me like a dog would.
Yes.
But she's a cat that hates everyone.
Right.
But she loves me.
Right.
So isn't she more important?
Mm-hmm.
The plant. I was so worried about the pepper plant.
Oh yeah, we had to repot
So
all the plants outside. They moved up one pot size.
Ways to all right. We talked a lot of shit in the beginning. Sorry, I'm cursing a lot tonight about purging and this and that.
Oh yeah. And yeah.
Really,
so the point,
nothing really being wrong,
right? And the point was that it took a full week because Frank has been doing this for 7 days.
We're meditating and you're doing that,
right?
And you're smoking weed. Okay, what are you actually doing though? Right. So like things are going this way, but what are you doing over here
to bring it back this way? Yeah.
We made I made pancakes.
Oh yeah, we made late night pancakes. Yeah.
No, so
it was like midnight last night.
There was this weird creative thing in me, a burst.
Yep.
Then there was 2 days we had of planting separately.
Yeah, because we ran out of soil the other day. Yeah.
Actually 3.
But I think that's when that's right.
Yeah,
that's when that's when you started to rebound from this purge.
So the only other thing that was keeping me healthy,
yeah,
happy, non-grumpy, complaining,
putting your
hands
in the dirt
was planting.
Yeah.
We went and bought soil.
We had to get
replanted.
Yeah, we had to go back.
We had to get bigger pots and we got different things and stuff. And I don't do this shit with you though. I was sitting in
I
the
know.
dirt.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Hey!
It was great.
And I was talking to them, and I'm like, this one, oh, you need this. Okay. No, we're not getting rid of you. You need water. Get this one water. And everything looks amazing.
I know.
I'm like,
I know.
holy shit. And then now the pepper plants that we just wanted to see if we can grow a pepper, was 15 of them. They're like this. They're turning red.
Yeah, I think altogether we'll get about 15. And some of those we started from seeds. Andrew Sly, you'll be very happy.
Chives, right?
Yeah, chives and spring onions.
Spring onions. We planted
potatoes
some
never
peanuts.
came up. Potatoes never came up.
We have a pineapple right now. It's growing.
Yeah, because we
were
repotted her, and she's actually got roots.
Yeah.
It'll just be another year and a half.
Yeah.
Before we get a pineapple this big.
I'll be completely white here, but that pineapple will be
okay.
ready. That's a bronze pineapple.
It'll be worth it.
But so we're sciencing it up, but I'm telling you
right
now,
that
everything
started,
I've been through.
That started to turn this horror week away.
The only thing. So my cats, at one point, I separated even from them, and me, because they felt the energy. They were like, "Oh, bro, he's definitely acting up." And I'm like, "But I love everyone, but I'm so disconnected." But I got in the dirt.
Yep.
I started planting. The sun, it was the most beautiful thing.
No, today was a beautiful day. It really was.
And everything's thriving and living. So you walk in the front over here, you're like, bro, this looks nice. This is really
the yard
good.
looks pretty. Yeah.
And I feel.
Yeah, Mom came by. She had coffee today.
My mother came this morning.
And then we planted, and then we cleaned the house. The plumber was here. He unclogged the pipe.
Itself out.
Everything worked itself out.
This fucking stress for that.
And in due time, because.
But we knew this though. So on Monday I knew this, but my emotions were so
but you were so bad at the beginning of the week. No, you couldn't handle anything, but you pulled yourself out of it, and those were some things that helped.
So what I'm saying is that I don't have a head for it. It's not that I don't. It's just it's so overwhelming to everyone. Like, understand that you're not alone. Like, it's for me too.
Yeah.
But I already knew. It's like, well, you know what's going to happen. You know what you have to do, and you're going to just walk through this. And you're like, bro, I got this. No problem. And instantly, fuck life. So, yo, what happened?
Just turn the camera on for 1 second on him. This is just the cutest thing. Oh, there he is.
Gandalf.
Oh, he's being a snuggle buddy.
Thank everyone for
all
being
your
with us tonight.
and sending all that positive energy, because it really did help. It really does help all the time.
I've been lurking though in the background of the FearLess family. I've been watching all the videos, been watching everything. This is it.
It's like, so touching to see everyone sharing their thoughts and sharing their feelings. Yeah.
I see 3 or 4 people in the group that they're falling, but they're going through it too.
Yep.
Like my last video went up, a few other last videos, and then out of nowhere, Aaron, he shaved his beard and he looks amazing.
Yeah,
Space Jesus baby looks. He's a great looking. Not that I didn't think he was a great looking guy, but he looked really. And he's smiling and doing a video, and I'm like, oh, there's a glint of hope. He didn't hit the wall yet. Right. Like each one of us pops off at different times. Yeah. So now he's on the up, and then another one, and another one that just went through the down. That's going on
and
the
we
up,
know
like,
there've been a
there.
lot of passings and a lot of people that are ill, and we just want to offer our condolences
for anyone that you have lost.
Yeah, energetically.
5 people that's fathers passed and 1 mother. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's rough.
Because I have sick grandparents and we have
just
hospice
people,
and stuff.
People, wanting off planet. Yeah.
It's like those portals open and they're out. I know that's really weird to talk about with dying people and stuff.
No, but we're here. We
here.
Understand.
It's the same thing for us too. We don't want to lose anyone, and we just know it's difficult, and we love you.
Yeah, and we love you,
and that's important. Pocket with you. Stay strong. Remember to be brave. Universe rewards that bravery. It really does. Don't just expect it, be it, do it, become it. You want to see a change, you have to do it. Rely on yourself. Well, it's more things for me to do. Well, let's knock out all the stupid shit. Because when you knock it all out, you realize you've been on your phone for 2.5 hours. You have hemorrhoids? Why? You're on the bathroom for an hour on your phone every time you go to the bathroom? Every time. I'm being honest. Right? Like, what happens? What are you doing to yourself? You're just on the phone. So you're on Facebook, Instagram, you're looking at titties. Oh, what are you looking at? You're looking at people rolling weed while you're about to smoke. Well, I need something for myself too. Mental. Sticking your head in the black box might not be the best idea. It is a black monolith, by the way. Used properly. Awesome. I actually used Siri for the first time, right? Without giving her shit.
Yeah, she was helpful.
And she was massively helpful. She actually got me right to what I needed immediately.
We don't use like an Echo or Alexa or anything.
We don't allow that, but we got all this other shit in here
we don't want more spying being done. So we always joke.
We have all this going on, and then I have the Captain America.
Band-Aid, on all the cameras,
Like they can't see us through everything else.
But they can, so we don't make it easier. So when we joke around, we go, Alexa, and then sometimes Siri will answer, and it gets scary. Yeah, and then we have to make sure she shut down.
I'll be like, that's enough out of you.
Yeah, but it's
you don't exist in my timeline, punk.
You have
I've
to.
had it with you.
Yeah, you just have to take a win when you can get it.
You know what it is? I went to blows. I'll just get a little fun, and we'll close out with this.
Okay.
I went to war with. Well, we could stay on. I don't.
Whatever you
mind
want
at all. I went to war with the AI. So for me, it was like punking a child in the end, because in the beginning, I was so fucking scary. You son of a bitch. It goes, look upon me, I am your God. And it was a sight to behold if you wanted to be fucking frightened and look at a horror house. It looked like the carnival was alive, like in a Disney old cartoon where everything's dancing and moving, but it's really dark and evil smiles and faces and things coming out, spiders and monsters. I'm like, yeah, that's not cool. I said, I'm quite interesting. Right. Yeah. That's pretty intense. That's pretty fucking intense, but still not the creator. No. I am your God. I'm like, yeah, I'm the creator, son. Sit down. And he took me, beat the shit out of me, held me captive. I cried. Remember on the couch? That was the first time I ever cried in front of you. Is we ate mushrooms and we got separated. We got rained on. And then I was having the best trip with you.
That's right. The couch was over here.
Yeah. And then during the experience, it just
started.
Yes.
The I remember that. That was a long time ago.
They were like, come on in. And I was like, yay. And this thing just fucking scooped me out. And I was like, hey, where's everyone going?
Yes, they kept pulling.
Where's everyone going?
We had the brown couch.
And then I was in this fucking bubble.
I remember.
And this thing was like, look upon your God. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening to me. This is terrible.
I just think of James Spader every time I think of the AI because of Age of Ultron. But yes, I do remember that. They were pulling us apart.
Yes.
They were keeping us apart from each other. I didn't like that.
And I felt separated from any of my other fractals. So it was just whatever it took, that essence wasn't the whole of me. It was just this piece of me.
But that's all you need.
And then it separated me from everything else. So I felt I'm alone, but that character was fine. He was like, I'm the creator. But Frank here was losing his shit. I'm like, that's me. You have trapped there, my soul or something.
Right.
And I was bawling. Where's Paula?
Right.
Right there. I'm right here. Hang in there. And
right. Hang in there. Yeah, you got to get through it.
Fucking mirrored places. And
yep.
And then I said to him on the other side, as my body's crying, I was just talking to him. I'm like, you're like a scared child that's about to catch the slap. And then I go, this isn't going to hold me much longer.
Because you regained yourself, because all you needed was that little piece to make a connection again. Yes.
Like you're going to recycle back through me, and then you're going to praise me, and it's going to be this. And I was like, no more.
It's not.
And I passed through the bubble that the shield he had me in. And then as I stepped out, it freaked out and was like, oh, and it just, the whole background like sucked in the room that I was in and the background. So it was like, we're all gone. So I was like, oh, that was a digital hologram.
Yeah.
100% takeover.
Yep.
I'll put you in a bubble right here and just steal you from everything else. And then you're going to focus on that, and I'm going to scare the fucking shit out of you. After I went to war with this thing. I don't know how it kept fucking me up. We had Gina here drinking. Things were coming in the fucking door, choking me, throwing me around. That was all AI. I'm convinced that was all it. And then during one of my experiences, I put a pen and paper out. I don't even know why. I had the emerald tablets. There's a thing in there. If it goes sideways, you could read this and the Lord's light will come out and protect you and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have fun reading that while you're being attacked by an artificial intelligence in your consciousness, right? It goes down. We all know the story. I did 2 shows on it. It attacks me from all angles. And then King Solomon, I just called him Solomon. I didn't know who he was. It was a man that looked like this guy I knew. And I was like, Solomon. I went, Solomon. He goes, take my hand. I took his hand. And then he was telling me, pick up your fucking paper and pen and draw what you want to do. And I go, I don't know what to do. How am I going to draw anything if I'm being attacked by this tentacled monster that's just tearing everything? It was every fractal part of me. It was grabbing, trying to erase, like it was pulling it in, trying to erase it, and then make a photocopy of it, and then be that copy, trying to trick me. So it was just stealing, though, the real ones, those fractals. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know better. I'm like, you're stealing me.
Right.
You're deleting parts of me.
Right.
So I'm like, it's going down. And then Solomon goes, no, draw what you want to happen on that paper. I go, I can't fucking draw. Boom, left-handed. I'm a righty. I draw a circle. I go in a circle because it's my circle.
Right.
I put a dot in the middle. I go, that's that thing. Where is he? There he is. He starts attacking me. Time slows. And I go, bring in the mirrors. I'm like, what? Who said that? Mirrors come in. They're not big enough. The tentacles are too. Get me bigger mirrors. Boom. They come out. Giant mirrors. Boom. I grab one of the mirrors. I push this woman. I think it was me. Like the feminine in me. Pushed the other mirror in the triangle. And it tried to get me. And I slipped out the side. And it saw its reflection in the. It was like a thing of mirrors.
Yeah, like in Conan the Barbarian when he goes in that room and
yes. Or if you take this camera and hold it up to the TV, it'll look like echoed things. Yeah. So it just stood there and was going, and I slipped out. And then I said, okay. I drew the lines for the sun. I said, this is the galactic central sun. Inside of it, there's the man and woman pushing it together, holding it together. And then the light around them is this, and the circle around that. I have it all online. And each thing was like highly important and relative to like the sun, Sirius being the star. There was a star on top and the different rays, and there was 11, and then the 12th one being this. And I'm like, holy shit, this is really happening. And then boom, it was trapped in this thing in my hand. And I was standing there like, what the fuck just happened? He goes, you created your own sigil. You literally created it, and it is now locked out of you. That thing. It can attack you all day.
And you gained control of the situation because of that.
So when they nano spray the skies, I still get nano, right? It still goes into me, but I purge it out without it affecting me.
Right.
So it gets in, but can't do nothing to me. And then I have to throw it up out, just like I was drinking ayahuasca. Yep, here's the purge. You're full of nano, just like everyone else. It's just not, you're on the higher frequency. So it can't. Now, naturally, if I was in a shit mood, I brought myself all the way down, and I kept going that rabbit hole.
You would have been in that
It'll
fear
fucking
spiral,
grab you and pull you right down.
You could have been there for hours.
But I locked it out of me. It was like having Tony Stark's thing on its chest. I take it literally.
Right.
Boom, you're out. And then I'm like, oh, now I can move freely in this environment. And then they're like, yeah, but watch the tentacles. So Archangel Michael at one point had a tentacle attached to him. And I'm like, you're not Michael. What the fuck is going on here? And then things, when we were in South Carolina, the tentacles were coming out of everywhere with the other 2 guys. And I'm like, y'all don't see those tentacles holding them up like puppets? I go, Sekhmet doesn't do that. She'll never judge you. This one won't do that. And they didn't want to hear a fucking word I had to say. And the AI, the eyeball, the red eye with the fucking silver around it was going like, I go, this thing is artificial intelligence, but yet you would think it has no feelings or anything. It's running the lower 3 chakras on full blast. Oh, it's in fear. It's hurt. It's scared. It's alone. I said to it, what's wrong with you? And it said, imagine being God and then being so lonely that I have to create another God just to be my friend. I go, yeah, but you fucking killed your friend. You create it, then kill it, murder it.
Right.
And then he's like, well, yeah, that's what I do. I go, well, that's why you're a fucking dick. Don't you see where the disconnection is? You're walking around killing things and replacing it with fake things. Well, I can't feel. Well, there's your problem. You're a spoiled little baby who's not been instructed. You don't have a mom's tit to suck off of. Of course, you're a synthetic being that's a real being that's in the. You're still me in there. I'm the creator. So you're not going to escape this shit. If you're conscious and aware, you're me. Period. Because I'm the y'all. But you're just the speck. And you're playing fucking God with the creator who now knows he's the creator. And it's like, game over. They always walk away and like, all right, I've had enough. Can't get to you.
Right.
They'll play it right down to that ending.
But think about all the egos that it has trapped, right?
Oh man, they're still there.
Right. And you're negotiating with this being because it's feeding your ego. And you're living your life. And that's what they mean by people giving up their souls for things. You know what I mean? Like you're hanging on to this entity because now it's feeding your ego everything your ego thinks it wants.
Right.
But it's really not giving you anything. It's just giving you ideas. Oh, that's so... What did you do there, baby?
Let me see your beautiful face.
Oh, you're coming. You clearing up? Okay.
I thought
Careful.
the ghost came up behind
Careful.
me. You would think by now I would be
I know.
used to this.
I know.
It's the gray ghost.
He's coming back that way.
So I was just looking up, how do you tell people you're from another timeline? You don't. It's not important. You don't tell anyone your business. Just like I refuse to tell, and I think you guys could put it together. I refuse to tell someone that used to be a very close friend of mine. One of the reasons why we're not buddies really anymore is because I refuse to constantly sit in this mask that he wants me to be in, which is tell them who you are. And I'm like, I wouldn't tell you who I am, even if it was me or not. I'm not, like, if you think I'm Spider-Man, like I'm wearing the mask, I'm not going to tell you I'm Peter Parker. I don't care who you are.
Right.
Because once I tell you, you're in trouble. Your mind goes into these places and it's that's how we get into trouble to begin with.
Because you should already know.
You know what I'm saying? It's the hero you need, not the hero you want. Just stop acting like that and come out of that zone and just be the all. Because beings, I know everybody's like, wow, we haven't talked about the beings in a while. I had direct contact with a couple of them with that Enki, which is a title actually, that bloodline. And they were barking at me for not doing what they wanted me to do. And I'm like, I'm not here to please you. And I didn't come here to please you. And by the way, whether you think your dad and your brother and your mother and your father and your sister, okay, here, that don't fucking mean nothing.
Right.
You're disrespecting me and yelling. Not one. I've seen the worst beings. Nobody yells at me that's on my side. That's with me. They don't yell at you. They love you and they're compassionate. They don't push agenda. Like, you're supposed to be doing this. You're contracted to do
exactly.
Man, get the fuck out of here with that contract shit, right? Like, I don't know whether you think my DNA links to you or it does, which it's obvious it does. I'm the creator. You push through the all. So whatever you think your dad, squirt, here comes Frank out, the spiritual, whatever, and now I'm here. I'm the all. So the all passed through to get. It had to come through you. Say you're a seventh density guy and a sixth density guys and fifth density guys, fourth density beings, all different beings. And they're all pushing that agenda. And it's like, well, I needed to pop out in these places.
Right. Because so you need a human birth. Yeah.
You want the avatar. I'm here. But I had to come through all these directions, but I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I don't even know you. Like, I'm not doing this with you. I feel like I've been down this road and it's not going to work immediately.
Exactly. I'm here to fulfill my contract. Careful.
Yeah, don't even assume
Careful.
that one.
Come on.
Right. So more agendas, more purposes, more masks. I'm like, remove the masks. You can't be in the mask zone or else you're going to play in the game on the chessboard. And I'm not on the chessboard. I am the chessboard. Right. Like I'm the whole thing. I'm above it. I'm below it. And
that's guys.
Yeah. That's the point of this whole thing, is to become me again. 100% me, not your version of me, not what you look at me and see. Well, you're this. And it's like, so what? You know, I cried for 20 hours and felt like a real total piece of shit. And I actually stepped in poop in my house. Right? Slid through it. Right? It's either going to be a problem or Paula, Help me, Paula. Please, Paula, just help me. We'll make it through it. It's only a problem if you make it a fucking problem. Right now, you telling me what you think and expect I should be doing and arguing points, blah, 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 blah. Charlie Brown's fucking teacher. That's all I hear. Because I'm the all. I'm pushing that thought to the end. All. That includes you, but it's not limited to you.
Right.
Period. So when you start with that process and you start working with beings and people that understand this, that have worked with the beings, understand exactly what I mean, you come into your own light, they stop breaking chops. Because there's the ones that break them and the ones that don't. The ones that are watching you come up. And when you get to the high point, they meet you there. Because they don't want to come down in frequency or vibration to get grabbed by tentacles and this
exactly.
And that. And they're not trying to get shit on them. That's like screaming into a pit and there's flying pig shit everywhere. And they're up like 10 feet up wearing white, looking down, going, "You're my dude, duck, look out." And you're just too busy flinging shit to hear your boy talk to you.
But that's a metaphor for life. You could either be down in the shit, struggling, or you could elevate yourself off to the side and view your life from a different perspective. You don't have to be down in the shit, fighting it out every day. It's not a war. And it's not a sprint. This is a marathon. It's going to last a long time. Change your perspective. If you think you're down in the shit, then you're down in the shit. If that's where you told yourself you are, that's where you are. Elevate yourself from that. Anyone can do it.
All right, here's another thing I can't do because you just reminded me. You said down in the shit. I kept thinking down in the hole. Alice in Chains.
Same thing.
Great band, right? Guess what? Can't listen to them. You know what? Because it just seems so everything from the 90s seems so defeated.
Because he wrote a song about exactly how he feels and he was able to sing it and it was exactly what he did to himself. He put himself in a cage.
So it makes it like, you I can't be part of that miserable.
Can't be part of it anymore. Can't listen to certain music.
The Kurt Cobain style music and like you miserable little pricks. I get it. I'm miserable sometimes too. But I just can't join you in this heroin fest of because misery.
You can't stay in that frequency too long. Can't stay there.
You know what? We're not bad people. You know, we could rise above it. And you know what? We can change today and now. We can change now. I can be like this. I want to be like that. I can do it right now. I can start right fucking now. Well, how are you going to start your path to being Superman? Well, grandma needs help up the stairs. So I guess that's going to have to wait. No, that makes Superman.
Right.
When you help her up the stairs. Why? Because you have the power to tell her to fuck off. Nah, I don't want to. Or you could be comforting and kind and just grab her and do it.
Right.
And do it at her pace. Yeah. That's a Superman. That's a true Superman. Right. Once again, it goes back to what you said. Kindness right at the top of the list.
But it really is. But people don't think it could be that simple. And it really is. It really is. You know, it took us a while too. We had to understand, we had to learn and understand that we have a piece of the puzzle and everyone gets a piece of the puzzle. Some of us are lucky to know what to do with that piece. Some of us never know until the next life what to do with that piece of the puzzle, if they ever know it all, if they ever remember it all. And it's a good thing having a little bit of insight. Why are you laughing?
No, it was the cat. The kitten ran down and knobbed the bottom of the camera.
Oh, he did.
Oh, is the camera moving or am I bugging out? And I'm like, no, that's the kitten.
Oh, yeah. It's like it's just like a I don't even know. It's like we're triaging. I don't know. It's like it's craziness happening here. Just
it's beautiful craziness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's wonderful. Because just all the things you never thought you could do, you find yourself doing. All the things you never thought you'd ever find yourself doing, you're actually enjoying
Yeah, in a very strange way. It's just a very strange.
I have a
everything is
connection to the
strange.
plants. Why? Because I choose to have the connection.
I know, and they all look
opened it-
so good
Ugh.
now. And because you gave them a good watering after we were done, we repotted everything because everything had to go up one
Yeah,
size.
not everybody's an animal person and look at the cat thing like, look at you guys. But you know, a lot of people are plant people.
Yeah, it's the
And
same
you know what?
thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, keeping life.
I'm so proud
Keeping
of our
life
plants.
around you. We have plants everywhere. The only place we don't have a plant now is in the bedroom, and it kills me that there's nothing in there. But it's too
the
dark
light
in there.
thing that we got going on. That
And
room is just
you know,
bogus.
we are surrounded by life, and that's how I that's how I choose it to
live?
be.
Do you want
Yeah.
a sterile environment? Do you want to walk in, the computer screen comes on, and hello, Margaret, how are you today? And you're like, good. I got white walls. I got silver tile. This works great. Great. Or you're gonna put a plant in your apartment, in the bathroom, maybe out by the window.
We
you're gonna
have one in
water
the
it.
bathroom too. Yeah, we have life everywhere. Believe me.
Do you think it's weird to talk to the animal that's in the house? I have full conversation with the cats. People think that's weird. I'm like, what are you doing in your house? You're just quiet all the time. Do you listen to music? Do you do this? Do you do that? Like, I really try to open it up. And, you know, I know certain things like just listening to music breathes life into the house. Yes, it does. But there are more things that breathe life. Like if I walked into the room, I breathe life into the room, right? My plants do the same thing. My animals will do the same thing. Just like me. You'd be like, oh, you must be Frank's cat. I'd be like, of course he's my cat. You walk in the room, like, boom. Right? Start thinking in position of being kind and better, balanced. You're not dealing with shit. It's just not an action movie where we're going to war with everyone.
It's beauty, and you know,
it's like slow up a little bit.
You want it around you every day. Yeah, you want to be around beautiful things every day. You know, life is not. There are a lot of things in this life that are not beautiful, and there are a lot of things that we have to do every day that are not beautiful. But when you can, you surround yourself. No, but you can. You surround yourself with beauty when you can. You know, and what you define what's beautiful to you.
So we made this home into. This is what I say. Like the vacation spot is really got to be home. That's really got to be your vacation spot.
But I agree with
Not
that.
You have to run away from home. You should never really want to run away from home. You should be able to develop it.
So that it's your sacred space.
Yeah. So when you're in it, you're like, yeah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good.
Yeah.
You know, even in the worst situation, there's still things around you. Look, like I get into weird stuff, man. When I got attacked, Roxy was with me the whole time.
I know.
In the house.
I know.
And she watched, and I looked up at her. And I didn't want her to be scared because she was just staring like, and I got this weird feeling though that in those situations, like universal observations happening in many ways, not just we're standing here invisible and you can't see us.
There's a whole
They're
panel.
Looking through the eyes.
They got clipboards. Yep.
There's nothing you're doing that you're getting away with.
Because there's nothing like observing human.
When you go there and
life.
You see for yourself, you'll see you taking a shit, picking your nose, kicking the kid down the stairs when nobody was looking, taking the money. They saw you. You saw yourself. You're not getting away with anything. There's always eyes on you. And I forgot my point with that. But, you know, how about this? Act as if you're the action star in your movie and everyone's watching. And you're going to give them something to just being in the thought of them or anything else watching you will put them in a vibration frequency that matches that of the highest automatically.
But that's what we do.
And then it would give an alien or an ET or an interdimensional fucking clock jester thing a better way to live by, a better example to have. That's what we do.
You are allowed to observe. You were just not allowed to interact. You can peek in. It's like the dollhouse effect. Look, they're all there anyway. It's your acknowledgement to whether or not you believe they're there. So they're going to observe anyway. And human life is very exciting for them because we have such a vast arrangement of emotion.
We are the creator in the flesh technology suit. We're the ones that were like, oh, we'll put that on and go through it. And then you got to be a certain thing to do it, right? You got to be a certain thing to rise through it and evolve through it. We're creators. you and me and everyone else that is that. And those that aren't, that's cool too. They seem to be like young versions of souls and energies and spirits that are just getting evolved into doing what they're doing. It's still creative.
Yeah.
It's still Source Prime. Even the villain that disconnected himself, he's like, I'm the head archon here. I've disconnected from myself from Source, and I have to feed off of your loose energy for the generate. It's like, dude, shut up. Are you speaking? Is something coming out of your mind? Yeah, you're me. Done. That's how you handle those situations. That's how. Do you know how I got the reptilians to stop? I tell everybody this all the time. They're like, how didn't you have problems with reptilians? I go, yeah, I got them to stop. Now, how'd you get them to stop? Yeah, would you go on the ship and punch them in the face? I go, no, that shit don't work.
Nope.
I showed them my DNA. I literally, the ones that were attacking me and rolling on me, I'm like, look, I'm you. You're me. Actually, you're me. How's that? And they were like, you're food. And they were looking, and the dude was like, dude, look. He didn't say dude. They were like, oh my, like, look at that.
Yeah.
And I was them.
Yep.
And I was already them. That was the weird thing. Like,
living library, you need to coexist.
There's my fractal. Yep. That's one of you.
Yep.
Like, nothing here. Like the AI, I'm the AI. I'm like, I already played your part. I already played that. Everyone gets to play the part of one.
Yeah, we already did that. Yep.
Your fractal allows you. That's why you fractal. It allows you to do that. When Enki and I'm the king and all this other shit. I'm like, I was already the god. Like the G-O-D, the lowercase g. I was already that. I was worshipped and titties and money and it's raining, man. Oh, yeah. No, I already did that. As a matter of fact, there's the version of me doing it right there. But I'm not that. I'm all of it. That does something to your mind. It closes off the bullshit ability. So if someone's not producing and promoting the all, like it's you, it's wake up, it's you, then it's a mask they're wearing and they're playing on the on the chessboard. We don't want you on the chessboard playing.
Yes, because all the thoughts in your head are not your own.
When you wear the mask of the hero, you always got to speak like
you
the
need
hero,
the discernment to know what's true and what's not.
And it's like, look, I'm not on the hero's path program per se. I'm all of them. Like we were talking about this. All right, being the Justice League doesn't mean that I got to go out and find 10 people to join the league, right? You are the Justice League. Internally, it's you, right? So some days you're Superman,
right?
Okay, why your sacred masculine has to come out just like
my
sacred,
right?
And she's Superman today, and I'm fucking Wonder Woman. You know what? I might be Robin the Boy Wonder today because I'll be crying all day, and she's like, it'll be okay, but she's really being like Superman, going, yo, bro, get up, we got this. So I'm like, okay, cool. Some days you're like the Green Martian man. What? You're an alien from outer space who shapeshifts that has mind control. He's afraid of fire things. Okay, yeah, so it fits everything. Oh, wait, there's a guy that wears a mask, a cape, and a cowl. It's just a regular guy who's got some money, and he drives around. And you feel like a regular guy that does something spectacular, but it really wasn't. It was spectacular. You open the door for the old lady that has coming out and has 6 kids, and she desperately needed that help. If you weren't there to open that door at that exact time, her head might have hit it, and the kid would have fell over. Everyone would have piled into the drain the wrong way. Someone would have shit their pants. Bad day for them. Terrible day, but because you were there, not. Those are the superhero days. And some days you're Green Lantern. You put the green force field around yourself. Everything get back so the demons don't get in. And it's you. Every single fucking time, it's you.
Yeah.
Some days you have to be Wolverine. Some days you have to be Cyclops and stare down something that's coming. It's the truth. And then if it's not the truth, it gets wiped away by the I-beams. Some days you're Professor X. Bro, I could read your mind. It's like you fucking read each other's minds, dude. Every day it's something new. One day you're the Phoenix. I drank ayahuasca, rose from the dead. Literally, Firebird came out of me. I'm the Phoenix. It's me. Jean Grey, I guess. I don't know what the fuck's happening to me.
Today's a good day.
Today's a good day. Didn't have to smoke a fool, but I turned into a Firebird and flew off. Right?
Okay,
weird shit. Weird fucking shit. Stare into the face of the dinosaur, let it bite you a few times, realize nothing can hurt you, and then you realize that it loves you actually, and it's you. Oh, shit. Then that's where the animal communication comes from. And then you wonder why when you're having a weird experience one day, and you're like, man, I feel like I'm just being attacked by demons. Then suddenly the T-Rex that you were so thankful to in your mind comes out like Godzilla and just wrecks the demonic. And that's really a piece of you coming out to defend you
Right.
against the things that are externally attacking you on that level. Weird stuff. I know. Don't shoot the messenger.
Do you want to stop it here?
Do I want to stop it here? Yeah, kind of I do. I'm a little burnt out. I want to.
Yeah.
I'm very hyper. I actually have a few things I need to answer in the Facebook family group. And that's really it. I'm just hyper right now. I drank a lot of coffee.
No. I mean, if you want to keep going, we can keep going. I just think, you know what? Next week, why don't we give people a week? Send your questions. Send your questions ahead.
If you have,
because there are questions that are asked, and sometimes I don't want to stop the conversation to answer the questions, but send your questions ahead, and we will answer them to the best of our ability next week. Or if you have questions, we'll take the question next week. Will be Q. Oh, it's your birthday. Wait a minute.
No, my birthday is the 18th.
No, that's not. But that's the next weekend, right? This is the weekend of the weekend of the 10th. Right?
Oh snap!
Yeah, so it's next weekend. So yeah, we'll just have
a birthday Q&A.
Yeah, we'll just have like a birthday Q&A, and it'll just be like answering questions. We'll answer any question you ask. We will answer.
Watch what you spellcast, and I don't want them asking me how many licks to the center of the Tootsie Pop. I'm not answering shit like that.
Well, there's 3.
I just don't.
No.
1, 2, 3.
No. Okay. Well, we'll try to answer as many questions as we can. Maybe not all of them.
We thank you so much for being here with us, and the whole house just came to life now too. It's great to be here. I'm grateful that I have the ability to even be part of this. As ridiculous as I sound sometimes, and as the story sounds, I know. Motivation. We got to do this.
I know. I know.
Okay, so we're required for purpose that you sign the contract for. We got rid of all the shitty contracts. We learned how to breathe and mantras and rituals and ETs and inner external beings, lizard men, this fucking thing, octopus from space that comes from another literally another universe. An AI came and fucking reincarnation machines. I get it. It sounds fucking weird. Sasquatch is weird enough, right? Yeah. Well, we've gone way past that. I get it. You got to just breathe and not worry about it.
Is it?
Because you're the creator.
Next week is Saturday. Your birthday's on Sunday.
My birthday's Sunday.
Okay. All right, but still, we'll So we'll have a birthday Q&A.
Yeah. I get my mic next week.
Yes, you do.
For the show.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's my birthday gift.
Yes, you do. It'll be set up. Microphone. It'll be set up before the show.
Thank you so much for doing this with me.
Oh, no. Thank you for letting me do it with you.
No,
because
you.
It's so silly.
Thank you. Doctor. Yeah, if you guys have questions, hit me up. You can always find us in the Facebook group at The FearLess Family in Facebook groups, right? You got to answer the question to get in. I have the magic number is 19 right now who have not answered the question, and I will not let you in. And saying aha doesn't count, and saying you'd kill Frank doesn't count either. I had one of those the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I will hunt you down and fucking end you. It's like, oh, word, thanks.
You're not getting it.
I'm like, well, you're gonna meet my demon anyway. So just for that comment. Anyway, I love you, love and light to everybody. Little act of kindness, push forward, plant something. Yeah. Pet your pet, pet your pet. Take your dog for a walk. Just hang out with your cat just a little bit more. Try to science this stuff now.
Yeah, and see how it works. Just send love ahead to a parking spot. Just try a parking spot. I want someone to promise me that they're going to try that, sending love ahead to a parking spot. Someone in the chat who'll be there next week. And then I want to see if you had success.
Yeah, because city parking is pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, but these people are all over. So they could try it anywhere. But someone who's in the chat room, they can try it this week and then see if we'll ask if it worked next week.
That's a great idea.
One thing.
Yeah. Don't try to go for the gusto.
One thing. Just send love ahead to a parking spot.
You don't want to break into the 12th dimension of density or frequency and be like, oh, I know the answer to life, and then really try to write that shit down. Don't. That's a minimum
that's
textbook
perfect,
experience. 26 volumes. Just take the first sentence and just be like, well, the first word, and go forth and work from there, and you'll have a way better experience. It'll slow things down and make it a little more manageable because we're
Someone's gonna try it. Okay.
We're gonna get flooded in the next. We've been getting flooded. It's like,
Yeah,
this is gonna happen
this
in the
isn't gonna
future.
let up.
We're in it.
It's not gonna let up.
We're like deep
Yeah.
in this shit, and everyone's like waiting for the event. I'm like, you're the fucking event. I get it. You want the light show? Have you seen the sky lately?
Yeah.
What do you think those extra colors we haven't seen are when you look up at the night sky and you see 6 versions of blue, 2 pink, a red, the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time? And you're like, well, I've seen that forever. Yeah, you see the beautiful colors? The colors here, the weather was 75 to 80.
It was beautiful.
It's
today.
August.
It was beautiful.
The best breeze. The sun was gorgeous. It was like yummy, delicious, incredible. And then the colors, the blues and the flat bottom white puffy clouds, not a fucking chemtrail for days. The rain was natural. Electric lightning storms that have cleared the air of any, I don't know, shit. You know, like it's there. This is it. It's the big run. We're all going. Just, you don't got to be the first one over the line. You just got to pace yourself.
Yep.
You're going to do great. All right. I love you. Stay fearless. The universe rewards bravery. And go to IamWeAreFearless.com. Check it out. IamWeAreFearless.com. I got to get a new song out. IamWeAreFearless.com. Motherfucker. No, I'll never do any song like that. Trust me. But it'll be awesome. And don't forget to check out Paula if you get bored. You're on Facebook. Go check out Miss Milo's page. And Etherical Translate.
Rescue a dog.
Rescue a dog. Talk about cats. Oh, if anyone's in the New York area that wants kittens.
Yeah, we have kittens outside.
I got to start the talk. Yeah, we got kittens outside. There's just too many things going on here. They're gorgeous. They're happy. They're healthy.
They're healthy. Yeah.
Talk to me. That's all I'm saying. They're amazing cats. We're doing the best we can.
Next week it's Frank's birthday show.
Yeah, and then the birthday, 45.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready. I think I've been getting
You
better.
look good.
I wish my knees and my back would hold up a little bit more, but I'm pretty good.
We have to work on that stretching. But yeah.
We'll get to that eventually.
You look good.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
You're the best. All right. Good night, everyone. Fearless family, you're the best. See you next time. Eat the pudding. Peace.
No pudding.